What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your buzzing cousin Ghost Boogie back at you again. B-Boys Underground forever, ever. It's 7 o'clock in the Rocky Mountains, so you know it's time to get busy. First and foremost, we got a host, G-Fresh. What's good, fam?
What's going on, everybody? G-Fresh. The G is for great today. So that's how we doing it today. Shout out to Third Finger Record Pool. It's our collection of DJs. We started here out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Lost one of our brothers on the wheels of steel, DJ P.T. Cole. Rest in peace, my brother. I'm going to miss him. We'll be missing him. Let's get this hip-hop thing going.
Absolutely. Rest in peace. And we got Big Weeze. What's good, Weeze?
Y'all already know who it is. It's the Box State Barbarian. Ready to get into this with our special guests. Can't wait for this one. It's going to be a special one.
Absolutely. And speaking of our special guest, the man of the hour, MaleMan. What's good, fam?
What's happening, man? You know what it is. Montbello stand up. Money MaleMan in the building. Shout out to the Beat Boys Underground. You know that.
Word. Well, yo. Once again, I'm Ghost Boogie. We got Fresh, we got Weeze, we got MaleMan, and most importantly, we got you. Make sure you tune, you hit that like, that follow, that subscribe, all notification bells, all that good stuff to stay up to date with everything underground hip-hop and beyond. Anything that has to do with hip-hop, DJs, MCs, B-boys, graffiti artists, street artists, producers, engineers, whatever. It's all here. B-Boys Underground, we are your spot, your source, your destination for all things hip-hop on this thing we call the inner tubes, interwebs, all that good stuff. So, with that being said, we just drop the mic, cut the music off, and get in. B-Boys Underground forever. Salute. MaleMan. So, Denver's own 104.7.
That way.
The Drop.
That way.
Tell us about this, man. So I'm excited to getting you on this because, again, B-Boys Underground started on Community FM radio as well. And that's the reason why, if it wasn't for Community FM and Community Radio, I don't even know if this podcast wouldn't even popping off, because I wouldn't have the idea to bring Fresh out of retirement and put this together and get Weeze going and all of that stuff. So, I mean, tell us about it, man. Like, and the fact that you're doing hip hop in a major station during, was it 7 to midnight?
Yeah, 7 to midnight.
Every night, right? Every night.
Every night, Monday
Tell
through
us about
Friday,
this.
7 to midnight. So, first, The Drop. Shout out to all my people at The Drop 104.7, Suge, Unique, America Jones, Sadie's, everybody on the mic, behind the mic. It's a brand new format. So it's a urban alternative, which is basically, I don't really rock with the word urban like that, but it's really hip hop and R&B. It was a brand new initiative to, attract people, younger people, people of color, to the public media side of things. So we're a proud umbrella company of Rocky Mountain Public Media. We got Kuvo Jazz, Rocky Mountain PBS, that's Channel 6 locally, and PBS Kids, Arthur, Elmo, all the big dogs, and then of course 104.7 The Drop. And yeah, bro, we're commercial free radio, really with the huge interest in community, community events, bringing the community together, having tough conversations, but most importantly, playing the music that people really want to hear, catering to the Colorado independent artists. You know what I'm saying? We play an artist at least once an hour. We have whole programs dedicated to just Colorado independent music. So we really outside, man. We're growing. We started off in 2019 as a stream. You know what I'm saying? So you could have downloaded the app, which you still can, the Drop 303 on your smartphone's app store. We started off on the app, just a stream, and we made a huge impact. You know what I'm saying? We got the name The Drop from the people. So it was like, we didn't just name it like, oh, we should call it The Drop. No, we had a vote. People had these options to choose from. People chose the drop, so that's what we rocking with. We the people station for R&B and hip hop. So yeah, man, and like we just cater to the people. We really believe in what the Colorado music scene has to offer. We really believe in hip hop and R&B in general, you know, just not necessarily the top 40 and the commercial artists. We play a wide array of artists. If you listen to the drop, you can, you know, attest to that.
Yep,
We
I
rocking
can.
out 17, 18 songs an hour. You don't hear commercials. And yeah, that's pretty much us, man. You know, that's pretty much our bread and butter.
That's dope, man. That's dope,
Yes,
man.
sir.
So you mentioned that the drop also, make sure that it plays local artists and underground artists, right?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's really important, and have being a artist to be able to have your songs played. I don't care. It is something different about hearing something that you have something to do with coming out over the radio.
Right. Right.
That just popping up. You have the radio on, and you got your family around or whatever. You got folks listening in, and boom, it comes on, and that's a huge thing, right? To know that
Yeah.
you had something to do with it, and it's like this is on the radio. This is
It's mind
different. This
blowing,
is
bro.
yeah, right.
Like
You
as an
know, it,
artist myself, you know what I'm saying? Like coming up, being from Colorado, you know, we never really had that support from like the mainstream radio. Like it was like rare to hear Colorado artists on FM radio, you know, and that started to change a little bit, but just as far as the frequency, it was just like this is a brand new day, if you will, you know what I'm saying? To just be able to, like you say, be around your family. Yo, listen, at 8 o'clock, bro, gonna run my joint.
yeah,
And
man.
you know that's huge. You know, that's kind of why I, you know, wanted to get into radio because it was like we were misrepresented. And it's like, so to be able to be a part, like on the inside, you know, like y'all got a brother in radio. If you do music, you in Colorado, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here. You
Hell
got a
yeah,
brother. I've shared the stage with a lot of these artists, a lot of studio time with a lot of these artists, and now I'm on the other side. So it's like definitely tap in, pour into that because you definitely got an ally, a brother that's advocating for you to get you on these airwaves, bro. So
man. Salute to that. Yeah, man. So you had mentioned though 104.7 is a community access rate. Why, could you explain to the folks who maybe not know who that is, right? The majority of folks may not know the distinction between a commercial radio station compared to a community based radio station that's funded compared to the paying for commercials, that whole scheme. What's the
right,
difference?
right. So one of the main differences is we're commercial free. You know, you hear commercial radio, you gonna hear commercials back to back to back to back to back, and that's, you know, through advertisements. People are spending money with this station. Sometimes you'll hear the same songs over and over again, not because they hot, but because, you know, the labels are, you know, they're in the pocket. You know, so
Mm,
that's one of the biggest differences. We're not really constrained by the dollar of the, you know, the big buck people. You know, again, we're for the people. So this is free radio. It's tax dollars. It's grants. It's donations. Like I said earlier, you choose the name. You know what I'm saying? You choose. You choose. This is your radio. This is the people station for R&B and hip hop. So this is your station for you to belong, to feel like your voice is heard, uh, to hear Colorado hosts, and you know what I'm saying, like live and local. You can call up to the station, and we in the studio. You can request a song. Like that's how radio. That's how it used to be. You know, so we're bringing it back to that type of form. You know what I'm saying? But the main difference is we're community based. Like I said, we're not really here to just get your money. We're not here to tell you what's hot. We're here to listen to you, let you tell us what's hot, and let you pour into us where you see fit. So if you listen to the drop, we do take donations again, and we do grants and all of those type of things. But one of our biggest things is, and you can or you don't have to, but put 5 on it. You know, you can donate to this station because it's your station. And when you donate to the station, not only are you keeping your favorite bops on the airwaves, you know what I'm saying? Keeping radio commercial free, but you keeping your homies on the airwaves. A lot of the artists that we play are, you know, they mean something to the community. You know, they mean something. They grew up here, or they have a presence here that is, you know, that's really respected. And you could keep them on the radio because that's how it should be. They should be on the radio. So, you know, when you put 5 on it, or 10 or 20 or 30 or 40, no, I'm playing, but whatever you put on, you know what I'm saying? You are literally a part of somebody's journey. And I think that's the biggest thing about it. We're not talking at you. You know what I'm saying? We're talking with you. We're having the conversations with you. So, you know, if there's something that's really, I'll give an example, like uh when that truck on I think it was I-70 or I-25, one of those highways, that big old accident and explosion, and it was like world news. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It was like when you were hearing some of the reporting on the radio, it was coming from people that weren't in Colorado. Or if you're watching the news, you're listening to CNN, or even locally, you know, they do a good job on the TV, but you're actually listening to someone who's driving these same streets, and they're like, yo, this is how this has affected me. This is how it's impacted me. This is why this is such a big deal. And you can call in and tell me what route did you have to take to work today? You know what I'm saying? Because of this situation, how did this really affect the community that is here? You know what I'm saying? So we're really live and local. We really present. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest difference. We're really present. You know, there's not a disconnect between the hosts and the organization and the listeners and the people. There is no disconnect. It's a whole connection. It's an ongoing conversation. It's a family thing. You know what I'm saying? It's us. You know, so that's, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
No, it does.
Yes.
No, it does. So Fresh, Weeze.
Yes.
I know Fresh because Fresh has started B-Boys Underground on community radio. That so I do have to make sure that it's known that, you know, he was the one that allowed me to get down and be a part of B-Boys Underground and bring me along with the record pool and all that stuff. And I
Yeah.
could tell you it was a big thing, being able to, because I had always visited radio stations, but just having something to do on the radio was huge, especially in the 90s before the internet popped off, where, you know,
Right.
Spotify's and internet radio is a big thing now, right? Streaming
Yeah.
media is a big thing. Whereas, you know, if you wanted to hear something, you had to go to the radio. But Fresh, I know you got a question.
Well, comment leading to a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all noticed it, but I'm looking at MaleMan. It's like these two little white circles on his glass.
Yeah.
Y'all seeing that? Is that by design, or you just fucking with us, man?
What you say now?
your
There's
That's a ring light,
light.
bro.
yeah, it's
Oh,
a
the
ring
ring
light.
light. Yeah,
Yeah,
You know, I'm
Yeah.
dark
that's a,
skinned. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
I see you.
you probably wouldn't be able to see my
Yeah, it was
whole.
giving me some little raccoon possum thing coming off. I was like, okay. I said, I know I ain't drank nothing today.
Oh
Nah, I
Lord.
got the ring light cracking. I want y'all to see all my. This ain't an
Uh,
accident. You know what I'm saying? This ain't an accident.
All right, I'm just let me had to start off with that one. I said that's kind of slick. That's optical illusion throwing me off there. But
Uh,
anyway,
you're showing your age that you don't know that's a ring light, bro.
yeah, I was like, what?
You're
All right, well,
showing
that's
your
something new.
age, Fresh.
hey,
You're
if it's
Well,
showing.
something new.
distracting you, I can take the shades
Nah,
off.
No,
you
Real
bro.
good? You good?
No,
You good?
no,
You
no,
good?
no. He's just
I
clowning.
thought it was
That's
something
what we do here.
a refraction coming off the some globe strobe light or something.
Yes, sir.
Good. Nah.
Oh
But
my
anyway,
God.
but yeah, you was breaking it down, man,
No,
and
it's
actually,
actually kind of cool.
yeah, it's eye
I'm glad you like it.
catching. Yeah, but I think he was breaking it down about what you guys are trying to do and what it means is because it's pretty much the roots of how we started was to give that voice where the commercial radio was in this lane if you and there wasn't no entry onto that highway. It was like you stood on the side and watched the cars go by. So we built some ramps to bring the people on and let the artists, local, especially local artists, get some shine, talk about, interview them, play their music, and watch the whole community grow behind hearing that boy or that
Well, if you
female
think,
artist. Or go ahead.
yeah, if you think about it, Cincinnati only had, we'll say, 2 quote unquote urban stations at that point, because
Yeah.
at first we had you had AM, you had 1480 WCIN,
Yep.
and that was
New
more
magic.
that was dedicated towards, like, because they weren't definitely not playing anything hip hop
Yeah. Old
at
school
all. So it was
R&B.
all old school R&B. But on the FM side, only one channel. Started out with WBLZ, and of course
Mm-hmm.
they went away in about 89, 90,
Somewhere in
maybe.
there.
Yeah, right around
Late
in that.
late 80s, early 90s.
And it switched over to what's the what is the one right now? WBIZ? No, what is it? What's the one that's there now? That's been there 101 point, what was the 100
The Wiz?
100.9? What's the Wiz? The Wiz, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's still
The
on. So
Wiz. And
they
that's
got
it.
yeah,
And they
they got
weren't really, and that was the thing. Like, you couldn't, that was the only place. And back in the 90s, you were lucky if they played hip hop. You had to bitch at them to play hip hop. So I'm sorry,
yeah, we
Fresh. Go
actually
ahead.
had no, you're good, because that brought up a point where, they and I remember one of our DJs, Mad Max, jumped on the air and did a mix. And it was just like hip hop was still, well, getting to preteen ages. So a lot of older people was like, man, I don't want to hear all that mixing and scratching. And well, like, who'd y'all let call in? It wasn't nobody that represented us. It was all
Right.
these old people, man. Get all that scratching, that gigga off the air. So we wasn't hearing no hip hop or nothing, no mixing. Other cities,
Nothing.
Dayton, which wasn't too far from Cincinnati, was playing it. So
Way
we was
liver.
like, we was if it wasn't for WAIF, which was underground, we had some guys before I got on there. We started doing it in '96. We had some mid '80s that was playing early hip hop, electronic
Yep.
techno, the boogie down Bronx, and
Mhm.
playing that type of stuff as it was coming in. So the community it built, it gave different underground hip hop a voice. Um,
Yeah.
it allowed people to call in and interact with with the host, like you said. And I just wanted to say this, and hopefully, we grab some of the drop, the 104.7 people. Uh, appreciate this. Appreciate what MaleMan is doing and
Yes.
support it. Even what you like, put 5 on it, like he said earlier. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this before the show is over. This is important. This is giving you a voice because the alternative is pretty much nothing.
Right.
So you
Say
getting
that.
all
Yeah.
these
That
local
way.
artists, local DJs, local personalities, comedians, whoever, to have a chance, get interviewed, a voice, hear their music, build a fan base. You never know where it's going to lead. Hopefully, it leads to great success for anybody that's on the show. And it's always going to bless it. So it's a stepping stone, but it's giving an opportunity of voice. So
Right.
please support what he's doing because I've been there. And everybody, man, we miss B boys out there. Yeah, it was what's the store? Red Robin,
Mm.
gonna
Hmm.
make the cake, go here, go collect this, go do this, not it, not it. And so let everybody do the work and then it's gone. And they're like, oh man, I missed that show. Like, hey, support now while he's here. He's putting in this
Yeah.
work, this structure to give you this voice. Music
Absolutely.
past the corny 4 or 5 song rotation with heavy commercials like and that's the thing here it is based on grants, it's based on pledge support donations, so just a little bit here and there, and you're gonna hear your local artists, you're gonna hear new music that you probably won't hear on the other radio station.
There you
And
go.
then
$5 is less than a good pre-roll.
For
And
real.
I
right,
know everybody
there you
goes
go.
out and buys those good pre-rolls. Five
Sacrifice
dollars
them.
is less than
Sacrifice
money.
them backwoods, man.
Yeah, it's just
Right.
one, just one. Just one,
That way.
Or a
Yeah.
McDonald's
Yeah.
cheeseburger or coffee, whatever your vice is, whatever it
Right.
is.
Right.
And this also is impactful because I know our show had that impact where the commercial radio, because they have some limitations, they're probably sneaking and listening to your show, so it actually will
Yeah.
affect what they're doing, so it makes the whole community of music a little
Oh
bit
yeah.
better. If they're affecting them, they start changing a little bit, loosen the reins up because they seeing what's happening there. They're gonna see this movement, so I'm all
And
down
and
for all
we
that.
over here at the drop, like we what do I want to call it? We basically we report. So if your song is being played, Denver's a top 20 market. You know what I'm saying? So Arizona, Utah, Vegas, all of these surrounding states, they listen to our radio stations, or they look at what songs we're reporting, or they played this artist this many times, or whatever. We might have to add that to our station. So it's like,
Right.
you get to be in that pool. If they see they playing artist XYZ from Denver, they play him 20 times, 50 times, 200, 300 times over there.
Who
Let
is
me
that?
go peep that real quick. And then
Yeah.
if it's a bot, now your song is in Arizona, now your song is in Utah, and you getting fans and eyes that you probably wouldn't reach. You know what I'm saying? So and that's the big thing, it's about shining the light on this here community, because we got so much going on and so many movers and shakers that we deserve that light. We deserve to be able to elevate and get different ears and different eyes that we wouldn't normally be able to get. So yeah, lean into that. It's an opportunity for everybody to really just elevate this Colorado voice. That's our tagline, that's our motto, that's our value. We say we want to create a Colorado where everyone is seen and heard. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's kind of why I got into radio, was because we wasn't represented. When I listened to a lot of the hosts, they didn't really sound like me, or they weren't passionate about the things I was passionate about, or they wasn't using the same lingo as I was. Especially in public media, you get the Walter Cronkites and this is how we talk. And I'm like, bro, that ain't, I want to do radio, but I don't want to sound like that. And for so long, it was like, that's how you have to sound. That is the status quo. That's the professional way
That's how
to
they
go.
taught you to speak in broadcasting school.
104.
Exactly, and that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't it. I want to be able to listen to somebody that sounds like me, that looks like me, or even if they don't look like me, they there's a connection there. Like,
relatable.
I see myself, I hear myself, I feel myself in that person, or in that station. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. You know what I mean?
Well
So,
said, well said.
MaleMan, just so you know, I'm on a text message with Miss Karen Marshall right now, your old instructor.
Hey, Karen, what up, though?
Yeah,
that's
she
my
asked
dog
me.
For real.
Yeah, she asked me about you all the time, man. I see her weekly, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, you talk to? Yeah, he's gonna be on the show, so she'll be jumping on here soon,
Nice.
joining in. She'll be in the chat with us. But to touch base on community radio, that's how I got my start as an artist. I had a couple songs that I submitted. They got played, and just like he said, the surrounding states picked it up. I mean, of course, I had the boost because I had a track with R. Kelly. And that right there was headway that made moves for me, which allowed me to open the door for my own single. And a lot of artists don't understand the importance of submitting to community radio, because they're the ones who's going to make you who you are if you're just as passionate as they are behind that role. And that opened the door for me as an artist, because other states picked it up. It reached all the way to New York from Colorado, just because it just passed from airwave to airwave to airwave to airwave. And people don't understand, when you have that opportunity, you have a voice, you have a body that's in place that's willing to put your music there. Take advantage of it, because it is valuable to what you're trying to do with your craft.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's what's up. And congrats on that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's huge, bro. Yeah. That's huge.
Community,
it shows you it's the truth. This is a tried and true method. You know what I'm saying? It's not just throw something at the wall and see if it sticks. Yeah. Nah, this is add 2 tablespoons of salt, add a little water, do this, do that. This is the recipe. You know what I'm saying?
Formula.
The whole formula.
Yeah, and the one of the goals and wants for this show, what we're doing here, B-Boys Underground Forever, was to be able to get all of the underground communities and all of the different communities together and link up here to be able to get united. Because what's really dope about it, like you folks said, like, it hopped communities, and it touched the coasts and the bigger markets, and that's how artists really can get down. And what we're trying to build here is just being able to link up the Denver market, the Colorado underground, where we got it linked up with the Cincinnati underground, got that going, and we're growing. We've linked up with folks already from multiple different markets, Chicago to, I mean, I'm spacing right now, but we've had a lot of different folks already on. We're in episode 9, and that's our goal here, is to be able to do that. So the folks, on the drop and everything like that, here's another home for you as well. And we're not competing with, we are running this race in conjunction with you. We're trying to get to the same end goal, which is to elevate this thing that we love, is called hip hop.
We
And
are
actually,
family.
yes, and
I got
unite
my
all of the but to unite all of the different communities together and the underground scenes, because I think we were talking about it maybe off air, how difficult it is to break into rotation on radio, because a lot of the programming is ran by the major labels, right? And that's, you had mentioned, the difference, you play, you might hear 18, 19 songs in an hour, whereas you only hear the top 10 on the other one,
right,
given in any hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about that.
I mean, it's self-explanatory. You're gonna hear. That's why people get so annoyed with radio. It's like, I'm tired of hearing the same songs, and they don't necessarily know why that is a thing. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's not even any given. It's in the same spots, in the same lineup.
Yes.
It's like, it's sloppy. But and shout out to all radio, because it's again, it's supposed to be about bringing the community together and sharing music and elevating voices. But yeah, you might hear the same Sexy Red, Jack Harlow, Drake. You're gonna hear that
right.
You're gonna hear that every hour, to where with us, you're gonna hear that too. You're gonna hear the Sexy Red, the Drake, the Travis Scott, but then you're gonna hear Colorado independent artist King K. Weez. You're gonna hear BJ the Chicago Kid, or you're gonna hear a couple of throwbacks. You might hear some Gladys Knight or something, some Barry White. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really mix it up to where you're getting all your music. You're gonna hear some of them songs on a playlist, on your playlist. Some of the B-side tracks on those albums. So you might hear Rich Baby Daddy, but then you might hear Amen. You know what I'm saying? You might hear songs that you didn't know, like, what, y'all can play that on the radio? Like, when I started working in radio, one of the songs that threw me off was Do or Die, Do You. That Do You.
Yeah.
I'm like, we played that, and I'm like, I was shocked. I'm like, we're playing that? I'm like, yo, I have never in my whole entire life of living here in Colorado heard this song on the radio. This is one of my favorite songs. If I could hear this song on the radio, I would be listening to the radio just to hear that song one more time. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we're playing it and that we have the power and the freedom to play it, the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? It's like now, of course, it's got to sound good. Of course, there's a curation process, but there it is. It's a curation where you got streams. You got streaming. You can go to Spotify and you can hit shuffle and you're going to hear your favorite songs, but there's not anyone really in between that's going to tell you, like, why is this song special? Dang, do you know that this song was sampled by such and such? Or, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, man. This is what he was doing. This is kind of why this song was made. And, you get that actual human aspect and that curation of the music that you love. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just one of the biggest things of radio, and especially what we do over at The Drop, because, again, we're live and local. We're not piped in. And what I mean by that is, like, you might hear Sunday night slow jams, which is dope. That's not here. That's coming from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And it's being piped into here. And then the hosts are not here. They're piped into here. And I'm not saying that goes all around the radio, but kind of. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the hosts
Word.
are not where they are. You know, like you get
They're
it's called
syndicated,
syndication.
right? Yeah.
You know, so like with us, we in there. People be surprised. Let me call and see. 104.7 The Drop. What up? It's MaleMan. Oh shit, that boy's
And
really
it
up
dropped
in
in the
there.
air. Oh, people love
What's up?
that.
And
They
Sadie's
love that.
and Shug, you know, and like that alone, you know, without like minus the music, but that alone, just that one-to-one connection is radio. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it so powerful. That's what uplifting the voice of your community is. Because I won't even talk. What's up? What you doing? You doing the show now? You doing my job? You know, what's up
Yeah.
tonight? What you want to hear tonight? And it's your voice. And who don't like to hear their own voice on the radio?
On the
You know
radio.
what
Exactly.
I'm
That
saying?
is it's so powerful, and and what you said is like, like again, shameless plug, y'all. Check out the Drop 104.7. They blowing it up the spot over there in Denver and Colorado. But yeah, like you said, like the contrast, and again, not putting them down, but the syndication of shows, that's huge. So that takes the personality away from the locale of
Right.
the making it organic to the people there. And I mean, it
Right.
got to the point. I mean, going back 15 years ago, where the program director would start becoming useless in certain cities. They had one consultant sitting in Chicago or New York, and he was 62, and he made the playlist for 150 stations across the nation.
Exactly.
And so
Exactly.
that's why you get that same rotation, and of course some of this was involved. So
Exactly.
that's why this show and what
Oh,
you're
that's
doing and
illegal,
how we
Fresh.
started. Hey, bitch, tell me about it. Oh, they'll do it.
I'm
They'll go
clowning.
around the back door. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they'll do a reach around.
Yeah. They're
The
gonna
Hey,
they're gonna
stripper
we ain't,
figure out
budget
how
we
to
just
ain't
got
paying
doubled.
for
bang.
you to play, but here's some extra tickets to this and that.
And
So,
some strippers.
play some. They
We
work
love the
Yeah, man.
around that.
scripts.
Those scrippers.
The
Strippers.
scripters.
Yeah. So power to the community and college radio. And it's just everybody absorb this organic. And like he said, he's curating. He's giving you the information, the background about these songs. You get to hear yourselves on the air. Get your shout outs. Oh, that was always fun. Let people do their shouts out.
Facts, you know, and you get what's
Yeah.
important to the community again, like, you know, this crash happened down the street from the crib, you know, or this restaurant is closing, and my mama and grandmama used to go there, and
Hmm.
you know, like I want to hear about that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things, or COVID. You know what I'm saying? Should we get the shot as black people in Colorado or whatever? You know, it's like we're
Discussions. Yeah.
able to have these conversations that are not had, and that's that's community. Because we talking about it. It ain't like we ain't talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So to also be able to get your voice heard and put your 2 cents in, and drop your facts and be heard statewide, or just by people that you wouldn't be able to reach, that's huge, and that's important. It's important. It's very important. It's vital to, like you said, it's vital to the community. It's vital to the culture, and that fabric of the community, because like you say, sometimes it gets lost. It's like, man, we in Colorado, but all we hearing is Cali.
Others. Yeah. We want to
Yeah.
hear. Give
So
us some of
now
what we want to hear.
everybody's starting to rap like this, or starting to talk like this, or starting to do this and that, and that's not really how we get down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we control the narrative of our culture. We tell you what's important, and then y'all talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Or let's have a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hey, shout out to Carl. He was checking in. Cincy Styles. He's paying a lot of homage to artists out here in Cincinnati, and he's just checking in.
Hey, good.
Uh,
Shout out
yeah,
Cincinnati, man. We outside with you too.
yeah. We linked up. We sister brother cities at this point in time
That way.
via this show, and just meeting so many good people out your way, and we keep bringing to Cincinnati. We linked up, kind of similar vibes in the cities, trying to keep this hip hop thing going.
Yeah, like y'all was saying, even in the early '90s, there was probably one station which them is my OGs now. They're
Yeah.
higher ups in what we do here at the Drop, at Kuvo and all of that. And they were the community station. That was where the people of color went, and that's where they heard their voices, and that's where they heard their music, and that, but them only. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's grown into such a big thing that now, there's branches of it. And I'm a part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like this was we're standing on their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely resonates here in Colorado with what y'all was going through out in Cincinnati and other places. You know what I mean? That's like that's what it is. That was kind of up until a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's a lot of connection and just a lot of things that resonates here that y'all had to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
So you mentioned you got something, Weez, that you wanted to say?
Go for it, because I'm gonna segue here in a minute.
Okay, cool. Just one question while we're close to it. You had recently just said how you mentioned the curation process. It's you mentioned, there's a curation process to being able to get on the drop.
Mhm.
Would you let folks know that's listening how and what that curation process is, and how
absolutely.
can one submit to get
For
their
sure.
their stuff played on the drop?
So first and foremost, shoot us to follow all things social at the Drop 303. You know what I'm saying? That's Facebook, Twitter, X, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever you own, we there too. You know what I'm saying? So shoot us to follow. As far as your music, first and foremost, it's got to be clean. We are an FM station, so we can't have curse words, no insinuating. You know what I'm saying? You gotta treat it like if you want your song on 2K, that way. You know what I'm saying? This is E for everybody, so it's gotta be, even if it's edited a little more to where you feel me. So like, make sure it's clean, make sure it's a banger, because we do get a lot of submissions, but sometimes that ain't it. And we get submissions from top artists, and it's like, yeah, but that ain't your best one. We want that best one. We want that banger. We ain't just gonna play it because we can play it. We need that banger. So make sure it's your best work. And then once you got all of those, checked off, you can send that song to the drop at kuvo.org. If somebody wants to put it into the chat, it's the drop at kuvo.org. Shoot us the email with your MP3 or WAV file. Attach, your picture, your bio, your contact information, just so that we know who you are, what to expect from you, how to get in touch with you, how, if we want to bring you on to a show, we need to have all of that in the, in the system. And, that's pretty much it. We have music meetings every week. We go through the music, national songs. We go through the artist submissions. And we choose like, yo, this fits the playlist. This one's a bop. Sometimes we be in there, look like the great debate, Democrats and Republicans. Well, I don't like that because we going at it. But the ultimate goal is, okay, we'll land on something, and it's there. So make it easy on us. Send us your best work. Make sure it's clean. And yeah, that's pretty much the process. Submit it to the drop at kuvo.org. Again, make those attachments, picture, contact info, bio. And that's how it goes, And like I said, we go through those meetings, and we don't necessarily, sometimes we'll reach out, but we like the radio aspect of it, So if we do decide to play it, it's in rotation. So if you're listening and you're actually supporting us, like you want us to support you, you might end up hearing your joint. Like, oh, they picked my joint. My song is on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
like,
hey,
and that's the beauty.
Hallelujah.
Hey, it's the greatest feeling in the world when you hear your song played and you know what time is coming on. It's like sitting in the draft room on draft day. Like, and your song drop and you just stand up out your chair with all your homeboys. It's like, that's my track. Like, I know that feeling. It is the best feeling in the world. So I'm submitting tracks tomorrow.
Hey, submit them tomorrow on
yeah.
Friday, every day. And we have a similar story, bro. I have a song with Cassidy. And when I dropped that song, I just thought it should be on radio, period. This is a song with Cassidy, like it's a Colorado artist at that, like run it, and it didn't necessarily, it was kind of the opposite. It didn't hit like that. You know what I'm saying? To where I had to put in the work. But when I finally heard it on the radio, and this wasn't us yet. We wasn't around yet. But when I finally heard it, I was like, hey, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, we did that. It happened. It's here. And then now being on the other side of that and being able to be somebody that plays your song, or, you know, I don't do it myself, but, you know, I can play my music on air. You know, of course, it got to go through the same submission process. It got to go through the same arguments and debates. And it's like, okay, cool, put me on. And it still feels the same way. It's like, damn, that shit is on the radio. Like that it's amazing. And there's no telling how many people at this time of day or at this moment is listening to this song. You can't beat that.
And that track is called Finish Line, by the way, guys.
Absolutely. I was gonna say we can actually listen to it right now. I've got it ready.
Let's do it.
Second.
That way. Run it.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, Cassidy is my guy, man.
That's crazy. Mine too. I grew up. I would, man, that was my dude. One of my biggest influences.
Word. Well, let's get into it. My apologies. I'm going to drop the link to the Spotify song in the playlist. So if you've got Spotify, because that's what I'm playing it currently on myself, there's the direct link to the song MaleMan featuring Cassidy. I want to check. Can you guys hear that though?
No,
not yet.
That's what I needed to know. Actually, yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm having some tech issues. That's what I thought. But here we go.
I'm gonna blow your mind, hold you close, squeeze your tight.
That ain't it.
The next time that I see
That's not it.
Nah, that one is. What I'm hearing isn't that.
We got problems? What? Oh, shit. Why is it? I'm sorry, bro.
You saying that's not the song?
That's right, because
it was playing the loaded song.
I got COVID, Joe. I'm working through this. My bad. This is. I'm working on some restricted bandwidth. My apologies for dropping the ball right there. That's very unprofessional. But here we got it. Cassidy, y'all. Finish line.
Yeah. Hustle, yeah, nigga grind. I'ma blow if you give me time. I'ma take it, you don't give me mine. Run it till we reach the finish line. We run it. Run until we reach the finish line. We run until we reach the finish line. Hustle, yeah, nigga grind. I'ma blow like anytime. Got pulled like mini blinds. Run it till we reach the finish line. We run it. Run until we reach the finish line. We run until we reach the finish line. Yeah, HTH, we up in this bitch. I think I'm feeling the momentum shift. I implement the plan in increments. I keep it jazzy like I play an instrument. I see desire lurking in these niggas' mind. Ain't no fire burning in their eyes. Telling lies, just where I draw the line. And I push all my lines, I got them memorized. Slaps on Lawrence Fishburne. Smack a nigga, make his lips burn. Me no never play about my paper, need my cash now. JG Wentworth. Pull up game strong, big worm. We could dance, you could get served. But buzz lighter with the wrist work. No fucks given when I skirt. This for my niggas that held down the cell block. This for my niggas doing hella jail time. Promise that I'm gonna ride until the wheels pop. I'ma get the bag like a bellhop. I'm a mailman from the bail side. I don't put no mail in no mailboxes. I cover my steps like some bell bottoms. I can't have no L in my L column. Disrespect the family, we got real problems. I don't recommend it cause we will solve them. They say prepare for the competition, but it ain't there, it's just non-existent. I got my eye on the top position. I come from not having the pot to piss in. Hustle, just like Scottie Pippen. I move with precision, tunnel vision. I hustle, yeah, nigga grind. I'ma blow if you give me time. I'ma take it, you don't give me mine. Run it till we reach the finish line. We run it until we reach the finish line. We run run until we reach the finish line. Hustle, yeah, nigga grind. I'ma blow like anytime. Got pulled like mini blinds. Run it till we reach the finish line. We run it. Run until we reach the finish line. We run until we reach the finish line. Yeah.
Running. Yup to that race gun. I'm with this chick that I make come when I laser down like a space gun. That coochie good, I just ate some. Delicious, she vicious. You will wanna put a ring on her hand if you go on the gram and see pictures. See, we key flippers. It's gone as soon as I bag up. Them gats busting, black bags come if my cash coming, don't add up. I'm breaking the law cause my cash up. I go in the mall and just grab up. I'm sick of these artists spitting the garbage. When is they picking the trash up? What? I came to the club in the foreign, my swag up. You spinning your rent and I'm picking the bag up. You came to the club in the Uber, you called up. When I'm calling the Uber, it's picking your broad up. Yup. See me and all of my burners friends, and I stay with two and I spray at you. They gray and blue, they fraternal twins. Until my journal ends, I'm hustling, putting in overtime. I'm better than whoever wrote this rhyme, so don't put that nigga name over mine. Bars.
Hustle, yeah, nigga grind. I'ma blow if you give me time. I'ma take it, you don't give me mine. Run it till we reach the finish line. We run it. Run until we reach the finish line. We run until we reach the finish line. Hustle, yeah, nigga grind. I'ma blow like anytime. Got pulled like mini blinds. Run it till we reach the finish line. We run it. Run until we reach the finish line. We run until we reach the finish line. Yeah.
Man.
Right there. Yeah.
Bars on bars on bars.
Got lyrics.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. Oh,
Man.
It's a bucket list feature for me.
Bro.
Man.
And that was like, and you know, that was one of them ones where it wasn't like we did that. I sent it to him, he sent it back. Like, nah, we linked it up in Hollywood. I was at like the ASCAP Pop Awards, and he happened to be in LA or something. And I'm like, yo, hey, I'm outside, bro. I'm in Cali. I'm like, what's up? Let's do this song. You know, we had met prior at a show in Colorado Springs. Bro gave me his number. He seen me perform. He gave me his number, and you know, I wanted to hit him up when I was ready. So I hit him up maybe like a couple 6-7 months later, and it was one of those things. We linked it up in Cali. We went to the studio. I pulled up on him. We drove to the studio. It was his wife was driving. It was Cass in the passenger. I'm in the back seat. I'm sitting here like I'm in the car with Cassidy right now. I'm like, what is life? You know what I'm saying? So we pull up to the studio. I played a beat, and I'm like, I spit like I had a chorus and then I had my verse. So I spit my chorus and then I spit that verse. And when I was done with that verse, you know, Cass's wife looked back like, hey, yo, like, bro, what? Like, bro, that was crazy. That was, and my heart just dropped. I'm like, wow, I'm glad you like it. Cass said the same thing. And he like, you know, but he helped me with the chorus. He like, your chorus should match the energy of your verse. So you should go like this with it, you know, da-da-da-da-da. And so we kind of co-wrote the chorus. And then after that, we went to the studio. I laid down the chorus, laid down my verse. All the while, Cassidy was in there writing. You know, I'm looking at him like, this is really happening. I'm groupie mode, but I had to hold it down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro in there, he write the verse. He hop in the studio. He dropped the verse, and shit, there it is.
And that's yeah. Like I'm digging how you said that. It was actually where y'all was in physically there, opposed to send a track back and forth. Which, you know, that's a way to get things done. But y'all being in there, that's dope. And
That's
shout out
completely
to
different.
shout
Yeah,
out to brother IQ finishing up his project called The Black Enigma. He just gave you a shout out. MaleMan said that's a hot track.
Man,
Yes,
appreciate
yes.
that, dog. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Man,
I was
you know,
taking around and give me a second. I was taking around because I know we're gonna play some more joints. I stumbled across one that it's one of my favorite songs. They remix SWV flavor.
anything.
Before we get done, the one featuring King K, Weeze, and Bailey. When we get a chance, not ain't gotta be right now, but I want to hear that
I
for the show.
got you.
All right,
I
peeked
got
out
that
some
one
of it.
ready. Yeah,
buddy.
I wanted what I was just gonna mention when I was listening to and researching it back when we got all the links and everything like that, was like that one song I listened to at least like 10 times. I was like, yo, this one right here. And you had mentioned about, I wanted to speak to the being in the studio together, because you can tell when there's tracks that, you've got an artist that's submitted bars and like, but there is that energy and there's that everyone's on that same vibe and it comes through. It does translate.
Yeah.
You can tell when people are in the studio together doing things as opposed to mailing features out and stuff like that. And you know what I mean? There's a difference, and it's not saying that one's bad or the other one, but I can say that you do, in my opinion, get a better vibe or a more cohesive. It just makes it that much extra special. You know what I mean? When everybody's in the room together doing it at that point. So salute to you on that one. That's got to be an experience that you'll pass down to your your loved ones. You'll be able to tell that story. So salute to you on that. Salute to Cassidy.
Salute to Cassidy, man. He didn't have to do that, and that dude, still to this day, we still chop it up. That's my dog. That's Big Bro.
Hey,
that's what's up.
That's a bucket list. That is a bucket list feature for me, bro.
Me too, bro. I still can't believe it sometimes. I'm just like, what?
Bucket list, bro. Yeah, we need to get together on that one.
Leader.
Yeah, we need to get together on that one. But I also need to get a feature from you while we on it too. So I'll be sending you a track shortly.
You know I'm ready, bro. Whenever, get at me. I hide behind the radio. I still got it though. Still with
I need that. I want that short hair MaleMan.
Short hair MaleMan.
Ball head Mizo back.
I want the ball head MaleMan. Let's bring it.
Hell yeah. Well, we can get into I do have the one, and I do have it ready. So we've got the one. We've got the right one this time for sure.
We got the right one, baby. The G Fresh pick, by the way.
Hey. Shout out Big Bailey.
Saying I'm lying when I tell you the one for me. I do anything to make sure you living comfortably. Yeah. When in need, you get anything you want from me. When in love, run it up, that's all I want us to be. But quit saying I'm lying when I tell you the one for me. You the one for me. You the one for me. Quit saying I'm lying when I tell you the one for me. You the one for me. You the one for me. The only place for me to come is from the heart and let you know that you stand alone. A la carte shot. I'ma keep you in love, but all I need is your involvement. You picked a brother up when I was falling, girl, you solid. Quit calling me crazy when you were one of one. Let me back in after all the stuff that I done. You done put your hands on me. You done called your parents on me. Thank the Most High, you don't own a gun. When you crazy, mad, wrath like a cyclone. Baby dash, when you catch a flight, I cry like Kanye did for Stacey Dash. Love and pain make me mad, then you make me laugh. Mess around and put a rubber ducky in your baby bath. After I put a ring on it, that's the follow. Never give you to the streets, little baby, to beg or borrow. You was meant for the king, true sense of the queen. Rightfully titled Miss Black Colorado. Big face saying I'm lying when I tell you the one for me. I do anything to make sure you living comfortably. Yeah. When in need, you get anything you want from me. When in love, run it up, that's all I want us to be. But quit saying I'm lying when I tell you the one for me. You the one for me. You the one for me. Quit saying I'm lying when I tell you the one for me. You the one for me. You the one for me. Quit saying I'm lying when I tell you the one for me. I do anything to make sure you living comfortably. Yeah. When in need, you get anything you want from me. When in love, run it up, that's all I want us to be. But quit saying I'm lying when I tell you the one for me. You the one for me. You the one for me. Quit saying I'm lying when I tell you the one for me. You the one for me. You the one for me.
She shining brighter than the sun. That's my number one. Baby, here I come. I'm staying. It's not a hit and run. Intellectual conversations, the fun begun. Me versus you. You versus me. This is one-on-one. I promise them other chicks on the side is none of done. done. I'm honest, them other chicks on the side, they wantin' nothing. The comments feeling you bring me can't be a one and done. ESPN highlights, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Even when I drink without you, I be dreaming about you. Even when I think about you, I can see the mountains. Shawty drips like a broken drain, she need a fountain. She the truth, even got all the people vouching. You the one for me, baby, you know you come for me. I got her back, she got my front, I baby cover me. We cuddling, she be cutting up for the love of me. I got her back, she got my front, I baby cover me. And
Quit saying I'm lying when I tell you you the one for me. I do anything to make sure you living comfortably. Yeah. When in need, you get anything you want from me. When in love, run it up, that's all I want us to be. But quit saying I'm lying when I tell you you the one for me. You the one for me. You the one for me. Quit saying I'm lying when I tell you you the one for me. You the one for me. You the one for me. Quit saying I'm lying when I tell you you the one for me. I do anything to make sure you living comfortably. Yeah. When in need, you get anything you want from me. When in love, run it up, that's all I want us to be. But quit saying I'm lying when I tell you you the one for me. You the one for me. You the one for me. Quit saying I'm lying when I tell you you the one for me. You the one for me. You the one for me.
Man, that change though when it drops, like I love that, man. It's just the way they do it.
That's a little love song, you know what I'm saying? That's a little love joint. And shoot, we ain't even cussing that joint. That's one thing that we, you know, like King K Weez, shout out my brother King K Weez, he HTH, you know, that's the gang. And shout out Bailey, man. That woman is so talented, beautiful voice, beautiful soul. You know, we came together, we cooked that mug up, and there it is, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's a little range, you know. We can hustle and we can be in love. You know what I'm saying?
That feels good. That's just
Move
a feel
that
good
needle,
song.
yeah.
Man.
So yeah, I like the the variety of it, to go from one song to that song. You know, tell that chick you love her, all that good.
I appreciate.
That's a song
y'all.
I can listen
Y'all
to my
got me
daughter
feeling
with too.
There
real
you go.
special right now.
Yes.
Yes.
So I mean, there's not a lot of, you know, there's songs that you I don't know about y'all, I feel uncomfortable listening to with my daughter, but you know, of course, you know, so that's one that say yes, like we can listen to that together for sure. That's good, man. That's a good song, man.
Appreciate that, man.
And who produced that again?
That's my guy. Ooh. I'm blanking.
Wow.
Start with an L, but he's a very popular producer out here too. I'm gonna send you his name. I'm blanking right now, but he I think he ran across my music, and you know, he was like, yo, bro, I want to produce.
It's LaShawn Dotson.
Huh?
Written by Tamale LaShawn Dobson.
That's me.
No, there's okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm just going off the credits, so it's blank on the producers.
I gotta go in there and I gotta definitely clean that up, because bro, he hooked that up. My man's he had that beat, and you know, I'm kind of, when certain shit hits you, it's like, yeah, bro, I need that one. And you know, with producers, a lot of the times they don't want to change things, you know, because he had the actual sample in there, like with them singing, and I'm like, you gotta take that out, and just give me that beat with that same energy. And bro cooked it up, switched it up, sent it right back. I'm like, bet. Now I'm gonna have Bailey, you know, do her thug thizzle and hit them parts. And then King K Weez, you already know, come to the crib, let's cook. And there it is. We went to the studio. I think we went to GBL. We went to GBL. Shout out Mike and Roger and all those guys. And they gave us a gem.
Digging it. Yeah,
definitely did. You touched base on HTH. Let's talk about HTH and what HTH means.
So HTH stands for, on paper, Hometown Heroes. We're actually a nonprofit. It's a foundation, Hometown Heroes Foundation. And me and my boy J-Ron, we started this. We kind of had it before college, but it really became real in college when we, you know, filed the paperwork and got it legitimized. But basically what it is we wanted to show people, especially the youth, that you could be talented, you could rap, you could be swaggy, you could, you know, talk that talk, be lit, turn up, but also be smart, be in college, you know, graduate college, you know what I'm saying, make impactful moves in the community, do charity, you know what I'm saying, be a good role model. You know, you didn't have to be a thug. You don't have to be a gangster. You don't got to sell drugs. You don't got to do any of that. And you can still be equally as talented. And our mission was to, you know, kind of be allies to the youth and like save them from things that would keep them from becoming their best selves, you know. So that was where the heroes aspect came from, hometown heroes. But like I said, that's on paper. We mess with the acronym a lot. We go with, you know, hope this helps, you know what I'm saying? That's our charitable project, you know, honor the history. You know, we want to tell people about why this song is important, why this hip hop that we love so much is important. You know, we have a bunch of them, heart to heart. You know, when we have those hard conversations, let's have a heart to heart about it. You know what I'm saying? So we really kind of mix it up with the HTH, but that's what it represents. You know, we want to show people a different lifestyle, and that you can be successful, and that you can grow, you can be intelligent, and you can be just as dangerous, if not even more dangerous, as, you know, the competition. You know, you are the hero. You know, you can be more dangerous than the villains and the people that's trying to bring you down. So in a nutshell, that's what that means.
Now, and to put this in perspective, because those are wise words from a man that I've watched in the background mature from the beginning to now stages. Let everyone know how old you are with this kind of mindset when you came through this journey.
So I'm currently 32. HTH started, we've been doing this since I was about 20, you know what I'm saying? 20 years old. And, you know, we've done a lot of dope things, you know, backpack drives. We've given away pounds of food, you know, linked up with dope organizations. Shout out Metro Karen, shout out Montbello High School, shout out to, I can go down the list, you know what I'm saying? And we put on these community events and projects to really make an impact that we wish to make. So yeah, 32 years old, and I plan on doing it for 32 more years. You know what I'm saying? Until I'm 6 feet.
Word.
It's a rare find.
So, I
College
do
life.
have.
Which college did you go to?
So I went to Metro. I went to Metro State University, graduated with my bachelor's degree in broadcast communication, which is and with the focus on radio. So, you know, that's something that I'm very blessed to be able to have graduated with my degree and actually am using it and working in the field in which I graduated from. You know, that's really rare. So I don't take that for granted at all. I'm very blessed. And then my minor was it was an IDP, so I created this minor. It's called an individualized degree program, and that minor was music journalism, and that's where I met Karin. You know, shout out to Karin. I took a lot of journalism classes. You know, leadership in the newsroom, news production, just a bunch of journalist classes, and all the while taking, you know, piano lessons and music theory and voice training and, you know, learning how to read sheet music. So I coupled those together, got to learn both sides of the spectrum. And, you know, that was me. I graduated with that bachelor's degree in those two fields. So.
Man,
Salute
that is
to you.
dope. That needs to be acknowledged, man. Make sure that's on your bio, because that's definitely encouraging and inspirational to, you know, just listening. You know, you the man behind the radio, but you tell them like, hey, I put in some work to bring this and bring the show to you, and I got some accolades, and that should be applauded, man.
Absolutely.
College.
Hey, I thank you, bro. And like I said, I don't take it for
We
granted.
thank you. We thank you.
Thank you.
Not many get to go to college, and even less graduate and complete.
Yes.
So again, that's a huge accomplishment that you had, the discipline and just the perseverance as a youth to get through and get your goals accomplished. And
Yeah, bro.
much love to you.
For sure, man. Like I said, bro, it was definitely a grind. It was definitely a hustle. But with that being said, if I can do it, little old me from Montbello, who's seen all the same things, you know, that everyone is seeing, anybody can do it. You know, anybody can do it. And that's what HTH is about. Like, it's representation, bro. You can absolutely do it on a way larger scale than me. You know what I'm saying? On a way bigger scale than me.
So I've got a video prepared to pull up, and this one is Mode Fort. This is you and Jerry and Jackson.
Yes, sir.
You want to get into that?
So this song, my brother Mo, shout out to Josh Mo Ford, superstar in the community, and that's my brother EHTH as well. He had a daughter, and he wanted to make a song and dedicate. He has a daughter, excuse me, and he wanted to make a song dedicated to his daughter. You know, and initially, you know, he just wanted to have J-Ron, you know, seeing they had a collaboration. He wanted J-Ron on the hook. You know, he had this vision of the song, and you know, me and J-Ron, we two peas in the pot. So I ended up being able to pull up to the studio session, and you know, while they were recording the song, I had a nephew who actually passed away a couple months before that, and he passed away while his baby mother was pregnant. So he never got to meet his daughter. You know what I'm saying? So he passed away in January 13th of 2015. His daughter was born April 13th of 2015. So, you know, while they were creating that song, you know, I couldn't help but to like get emotional. And I just, you know, to myself, you know, in the back of the back, I got to writing me a verse dedicated to my niece, my great niece. This was my great niece. And, you know, I wrote a verse to her. And, you know, I ended up spitting it to Mo, like after that, you know, like, what you doing? What you writing? Y'all inspired me. So this is what I was writing. All right, let me hear it. You know, so I spit my verse and it was like, bro, record that right now, record that. So, you know, he blessed me to be able to be on the end of that track. And that's what that was. You know, he had this real, very high emotion, you know, as a father to his daughter, and you know, he was excited about that and wanted to let her know that the world was hers and she could do anything she put her mind to, and her daddy was going to be there for her throughout the whole process forever and eternity. And that was just inspiring to me. And so shout out to Mo Ford for even having that idea and that vision.
Well, yo, let's get into it right now.
What's up, niece?
She's beautiful, bro.
Man, it's crazy. We got these beautiful girls, man. Especially, man. Got to. Definitely. It's like I made her, bro, but ironically, she made me, you know? Definitely, man.
Since you came, my life ain't the same no more. And you're the one that I live my life for. Yeah. Since you came, my life ain't the same no more. And you're the one that I live my life for.
Fascinated by the streets, and I'm not talking about sesame. Mama stayed on me because she saw the best in me. So dream chasing, best believe that there was no catching me. Trying to make people happy really when we're stressing me. Going through hell, but heaven is my destiny. Dealing with liars all day, they were stressing me. They was just stretching me, steady finessing me. Then she came along and she taught me a lesson. See, I lost focus and she readjusted me. My daughter, she's my true blessing. She's exactly what I needed. The reason I succeeded. Her interest was much needed because life was getting heated. Turn my heart from cold to gold. Fatherhood, I enrolled. You helped me unfold. I got a princess, so it's told. My daughter, just you and me, no truancy. You influence me. I'm thanking God for the opportunity. Thank you, Lord.
Since you came, my life ain't the same no more. No more. And you're the one that I live my life for. Yeah. Since you came, my life ain't the same no more. And you're the one that I live my life for.
I got the ability to influence arguments and limit silly incidents. Half the girls thought and have no guidance. What a coincidence. Oh, and did I mention this? With a father, she's limitless. Cause my role significant, baby. You magnificent. How a father treats his daughter shapes how she views herself. Blessed with good character, beauty, and good health. God doesn't make mistakes, and he has perfect timing. 9 months of hard pressure, now I got me a diamond. I love my daughter, I love being the father. Can't neglect our daughters, disrespect our daughters, or reject our daughters. Have effect, protect, resurrect our daughters, redirect our daughters. Off my class, first don't like me, just diapers over Nikes. A little me just like me, baby, you my psyche. Wish I could give you my eyes so you can see how I see. I see you perfect and I see precise.
You came in my life and you changed my world. You are my daughter and my favorite girl. My girl, you came in my life and you changed my world. You are my daughter and my favorite girl. Since you came my life ain't the same no more. And you're the one that I live my life for. Yeah. Since you came, my life ain't the same no more. And you're the one that I live my life for. Look at them eyes, girl, you looking through me. Shouts out to the Most High, cause he sent you to me. You looking just like your dad, got me reminiscing. That little dude was bad, I swear he didn't listen. And I'ma miss him, but now I understand the word pure. I'm obligated to raise you to be the world's cure. I mean, you could be somebody's mama one day. I'm looking at your mama, how much pain could one take? Forced to be a single parent at such a young age. But congratulations, you ain't made it through the fun stage. Hey, when she take her first step, she gon' make you proud. I know your daddy smiling down on you through the clouds.
I never understood the pressure of raising a little girl, bro. We gotta raise them right. Be black queens, not trap queens.
Since you came, my life ain't the same no more. And you're the one that I live my life for. I'm living, yeah. Since you came, my life ain't the same no more. And you're the one that I live my life for. Since you came, my life ain't the same no more. And you're the one that I live my life for. Yeah. Since you came, my life ain't the same no more. And you're the one that I live my life for.
Yo, I want to say thank you for making that song and being a part of that.
Man, that's beautiful, man.
Shit, man.
Yeah,
That's very.
that's
very
I
beautiful.
picked that one for a reason because researching and I was like, this one right here. Salute to you. You are a positive, awesome influence in the community, and the Denver area is blessed to have you on the airwaves doing what you're doing. And the message that you're sending out there for folks and what you're trying to do in the community and everything. And salute to 104.7 The Drop and everything that you guys are doing. And much love to you because I can tell that you're one of the main engines behind it. So salute to you, fam. Much love. And thank you for being on our show.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for playing them songs, you know, taking me back down memory lane.
It's not done.
That joint,
We ain't done yet.
That joint right there kind of almost brought a tear to my eye. You know what I'm saying?
It did. It had me in the back. I was like, man, yeah.
So yeah,
it's just such a beautiful contrast to what we hear, and that's just the positivity and this is just picking through the lyrics. Black queen, not a trap queen, and just the importance of that male, that man, that father, and the daughter's life. Teach them, how they gonna pick men as they grow older, and what kind of mother, sister, daughter, aunt they're going to be. Right. Very, very, very positive. I loved it.
Man, I appreciate you. And all the fathers out there, man. That's the message, man. Take care of them babies. Males are females, but our little queens, they could very much so, use that male energy, that positivity and just that wisdom. Yes. We're very important in their lives. You know what I'm saying? They fall in love with us first. So we can't take that for granted, man. We gotta really be there for our kids in general, So I don't want to say neither here nor there, but for our daughters especially, you know what I'm saying? So
And that brother was warbling too. Whoever was singing that, man, that was
That's J-Ron, man. R.I.P. to
J-Ron.
my brother, man.
Rest in
J-Ron
peace,
Jackson.
J-Ron.
Oh yeah. Now that adds more to it, man. That was very well sung. Rest in peace, my brother. That was
J-Ron is
beautiful.
one of the most special voices I've ever been blessed to hear. That man's pipes, that man can blow. His harmony, his soul, his love, his passion for singing trumps any artist I've ever been around. That man was special.
Yeah, he was, and that was my brother, man. And he did great things with that voice. You know, American Idol, Apollo, songs like that. You know, just all kind of, man. He wasn't just a special voice; he was a special soul. And you know, that dude means still the most to me. That was my brother. That's who we started HTH together. So you know, that was my dog. You know, he touched so many people. You know, and it's good to be able to be a part of a lot of those things that was so special to a lot of people. So R.I.P. to my brother, man. Jay's World forever, HTH. You know that.
Word. You know, I do have right now the video queued up and ready to go. Is there any backstory about you want to share with us about this video before we get into this one?
I remember. So I met Weez through Karin.
Yes.
Okay, so this one right here. Oh, I know this one. So this is right now. But anyway, I did meet Weez through Karin. I thought this was the performance one from what I forgot the name of that event.
Step Up and Get Live.
Step Up and Get Live. But this song in particular, you know, me and J-Ron was just like, you know, I was the rapping version of him. He was the singing version of me. So it was like we just kind of just always had this like back and forth type of vibe. We'd just spend hours together, either freestyling or actually writing songs. So this right now, you know, we wanted to put out something like a little clubby, you know what I'm saying? We wanted to put out something fun, you know, we wanted to put out something player, you know what I'm saying? So J-Ron I think he had this beat and he had this verse that was just so fire that it was just like, oh damn, like bro, you gotta let me get on that. You know, that's why I'm bringing it to you. So, you know, he spit me the chorus right now. It's kind of like a club type of thing. We leaving with your chick type of vibe, and this is how we coming. You know what I'm saying? So I know I didn't really say a lot because you're gonna hear it in the song. You're gonna hear how we coming. So
well, let's get into it. We got right now.
Finna turn up on this one. HTH in the building. Hey, but off top, I'ma take it like a shot. Right. I don't need a chase and the man's on the rock. I'm a ball, whether you like it or not. And I don't know, you can't let go. I don't care what you think we do. All I know is if you nigga got a problem, we can get it. We can fix it in the nearest parking lot. Say if your nigga got a problem, we can get it. We can fix it in the nearest parking lot. Right now. And if she bad and I want it, then you know that I'm gonna get on the spot. Right now. Yeah. She got him up a little bit. She let me taste, I took a little sip. She let me touch, I left a little tip. Oh, and now a nigga try tripping shit. Oh, he must not got a lot of bitches then. Oh, he must not make a lot of Benjamins. Oh, he must be some kind of million man. Cause I would've never got my feelings in. I would've never got into me. But we legit, now we're hitting it. But she was always sending me naked pics. Oh, I know you know these women ain't innocent. But off top, I'ma take it like a shot. And I don't need a chase. Man, that nigga on the rocks. I'm a ball when you like it and And I don't know if you I don't care. All I know is if a nigga got a problem, get it, man. If your nigga got a problem, we can get it. We can fix it in the nearest parking lot. And if she bad and I want it, then you know that I'm gonna get her on the spot. Hold up.
I can introduce you to things you ain't used to. No old school, that new school, that shit that you new to. Money Mailman is a fool, boo. Like a number 5 jersey. Show you a new you done hit her with that flash detergent. Hey, I'm clean in my Levi's, the skinny jeans. Shouts out to the hometown hero team. I'm Mailman. Hey. I'm also known as Timmy D, but if she want that sausage, you may have to call me Jimmy Dean. She looking like Kim in that car that she in. Big booty like Kim Kardashian. Shit, I could be Ray J. Grocery bag is Safeway. Then I got the gold Miss Hall. Day. Roll up for blunt of the skunk. The pay. You smell funky. I had to hit it with the same face. I'm in the hood. I ain't say it was a safe place. I'm a gorilla in the planet of the apes. Hello, outside. Took it like a shot. Right. On with the chase and a nigga on the ride though. I don't know. You can't. Nah. I don't care. Nah. All I know is if your nigga got a problem, we can get it. We can fix it in the nearest parking lot right now. HTA.
Man.
We was wildin'. That was
live and direct. That was one take.
That's what it was. We had the homeboy just pull out the kind. This was before everybody had iPhones. He had one, but we was just on the couch. We was at the crib in the living room, and we would do these little Facebook videos. Like, that was one of our things. Like, we didn't have to necessarily get in the studio, or we didn't have to tag a whole bunch of people or like flood everybody. We would just pop up with these songs and just be like, hey, y'all like this or not? And shit would go crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that was just
clean too. That was dope.
Yeah, I mean, we have the actual recorded version too, but yeah, we did a lot of our songs just live and direct. Like, man, we right here. There ain't no backgrounds, ain't no overdubs, ain't no none of that. This is we right here. You hear it. You know what I'm saying? So,
I heard a reference in that song, and I gotta ask. You said a number 5 jersey. Was you referencing Kenyon Martin?
Nah. So what I said was, see, it was a bar. It was one of them slick bars.
Don't you start, Weez.
Because Mailman, I said, Mailman's a fool, boo. Like a number 5 jersey, FUBU.
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
For us buyers.
So Mailman's a fool, boo. Like a number 5 jersey.
Perfect. Okay.
Got you.
Yeah, a little something slick. I be trying to go over people's heads sometime. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really listen.
Yeah, I was trying to get a shout out for the Cincinnati Bearcat.
That's right. Cincinnati Bearcat salutes. That's my college.
Sir.
Shout out Kenyon Martin.
That's when that was
Nuggets,
popping.
You know how I feel, bro. That's an OG.
Indeed.
That's one of the first basketball players I ever met. He came to the school, so I'm like, yo, Montbello High. I'm like, damn, look at Kenyon Martin. So yeah, shout out Kenyon. You OG.
Word.
Man. What kind of questions you guys got, Weez Fresh?
Well, pretty much, another plug for the Drop 104.7. Keep doing it. He's doing some things, not only, as a talented artist, but he's giving airwaves to all you that's going to support and listen to the Drop. Send your submissions in. Send your ducats in. Your guap.
Breads.
The dinero, whatever we calling it these days, your bitcoins.
Send me some ETH, some Bitcoin, all that. We accept crypto.
Support.
Yeah.
I would ask, like, we heard the inspirational story about the college and whatnot. So the rap game, the hip hop, when did you start getting into it? What was your early influences on joining into this big hip hop community?
Man, so my mom and my dad were big music heads. My dad used to have a karaoke machine back in the 90s, and I was 3, 4, 5 years old, hopping on that mic and just singing all kind of, we used to have family nights and we used to just get it in. So that kind of, I've always been a performer since as long as I can ever remember, like that's why I never really had an issue hopping up on stage and, doing my thing, thanks to my pops and my mom and, sisters and everyone. But yeah, like just the music that we were listening to, my dad, like I said, he listened to a lot of R&B. My mom was really into the hip hop, and Tupac was her dude. She loved Pac. You know, I mean, that whole 90s era of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It's hard not to be inspired by Pac and Big and NWA and you know, Ja Rule and you know what I'm saying? Even the R&B, Tony, R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not what he was doing personally, but you know, his music, you know what I'm saying? Donnell Jones, like my influences were just that whole era, I believe. But if I could narrow it down, it was probably like Tupac, you know, like Tupac was one of my biggest inspirations. I just like, you know, I probably feel like everybody else feels about that dude. He was so dope. And then you know, kind of getting older, I had a little West Coast underground influence. I liked Brother Lynch, you know what I'm saying? I
Brother
love
Lynch,
Brother Lynch, bro. I couldn't, that dude was like, I mean, a lot of things he says are wild, but the way he was saying them, the way he structured his verses, the way his casualness, he'll be
Season
rapping
of the
90
Sick.
miles an hour, but he just be, you know, like, you know, like it's just too easy for him. You know what
Season
I'm
of the
saying?
Sickness, man.
Man, you know what I'm saying? All of that. Season of the Sickness. Like he was crazy talented. Like, you know, so I really took a lot of like how he approached rapping and delivering his verses. That was like one of my biggest influences. Then I have a cousin, man, and I give him credit. He's the reason why I rap the way I rap. His name is Sino. And this dude is probably the coldest rapper I've ever heard. Like how I rap, I took that from him. We had a little group, we called ourselves the Bandits, and he kind of molded me. And those were some of my influences kind of through high school. Lil Wayne, bro, leave Lil Wayne alone. Like, you know, that dude has bars for eternity, and you know, his swag and just his presence. You know, he was on every song. He would rap on any beat. Cassidy, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Same type of deal. You know, Cassidy, I would even say Cassidy before Wayne. But Cassidy used to just 11-minute freestyles. He just had this different, unique punchline type of vibe. So that's where I started getting my similes and, you know what I mean, all of those different little things. And then in my metaphors, and then, you know, like I said, Lil Wayne, Kanye West. I mean, I can keep going, but yeah, those are some of my influences. And, you know, I kind of just felt like at one point in time, I was one of them. Like, get me on any song with anybody. Kanye, I'm going to hold it down. Lil Wayne, I'm going to hold it down. Cassidy, I'm going to hold it down, which actually came into fruition. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anybody, like, that was my thing. And the biggest thing for me was I liked freestyle rap because that was just raw to me. Like, you know, again, credit to Cassidy and Lil Wayne. I like just talking, just talking. You ain't really necessarily got to have a set topic, but you got bars. You can show your range. You can show your wordplay. You can show, you know, where you're pulling things from, and that's where I kind of exist in. Like I'm a freestyle rapper. You know, I mean, I can hop on and I can make great songs too, but I like the raw art of just rap. So yeah, that's kind of
yeah. Well, I got a chance to witness that with Sway.
Oh yeah,
I seen that video too. You posted. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, you just stepped up there and ripped it.
How did that come about?
You
Was
know,
that in
and
Denver or was
that's
you out in
that
his
what it's
location?
talking about.
that was in Denver. So you know, before, like I said, I love freestyle rap, and there was a point in time where like early thousands, maybe kind of late mid thousands, people could not hop on them shows and just gas like they used to. They used to get, you know, it used to just be corny. Like, man, this dude just hopped on Sway in the morning and just like boo. And I vowed to myself that would never be me. If anybody, and that's just in general. If anybody be like, MaleMan, rap right now, boom. Even if it ain't off the top of the head, I got something that you're gonna be like, damn, okay. Sorry, I didn't know you was coming like that, you know. But you would never catch me off guard. I'm ready at any moment in time. So with the Sway thing, I was actually on my way to school. I said in the video that somehow I found out like the night prior that Sway was in town. He was doing like a Sway in the morning up at Cervantes. And I'm like, is this real? And, you know, I did my research and it's like, it's really real. I'm like, oh, this is my chance to get on Sway in the morning. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I woke up, it's like 6 in the morning. I had class in a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm still at Metro. And I get to Cervantes. I'm waiting in line just like a bunch of other rappers. Sway comes out and I'm like, damn, it's really Sway. So we do a Sway in the morning, Cervantes. That was like my first time encountering Sway. You know, same ordeal. I was trying to make sure I was the first one in line, not only because I wanted to be on there, but because I had to go to school. So it was like, let me get this out of the way real quick and then go to class. But yeah, hopped on stage, did my Thug Thizzle. Sway loved it. Everyone loved it. So that, you know, that was that first instance. Then after I had graduated, you know, there was a few times that I reached out to Sway, like, bro, you know, you told me to reach out to you, you know, da-da-da-da-da. So it was like, you know, I was trying to get a hold of him, but during COVID, he started doing these things called bedroom bars. And he would let artists, you know, hop on to his Instagram live and just spit, you know. And one day I tried to get in, you know, asked to join. He accepted it. And it was like, damn, here we go. Okay, so I got to make sure he remembers that first instance. Remember this, that, the third, blah, 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 blah. That's me. And he's like, oh, damn, I do remember you. Oh, shit. Okay, what's up? I'm like, I graduated, want to work with you. But that's neither here nor there. Let me do these bedroom bars. I still got that too, you know. And then I hit the bedroom bars too. And then what's also crazy about that is a couple years ago, I was a part of a inaugural Pitonship through the Gary Foundation. Shout out to the Gary Foundation. It was like a leadership program where they brought all like community members of color, young leaders together, and they put us in this fellowship, and they taught us all kind of skills and took us on trips and just really like poured into us. At the time, the president was Mike Johnston. He stepped down to run for mayor, and he's now the mayor. So, you know, shout out to my dog. But yeah, you know, I was in the elevator in San Francisco. We're all on this trip into San Francisco. I'm around all of my little colleagues, and we're waiting for an elevator. And I look over, and there's this dude. He looks like Sway, and I'm like, dang, that's Sway. Then I have to double take, like, wait, that's Sway. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I walk up on Sway, and I'm like, bro, it's me again. It's MaleMan. You know what I'm saying? For the third time. And he's like, man, what? Like, wow, this is beautiful. You know, the colleagues are like, what the fuck is doing on Sway? And it was, you know, it was a whole moment. But he gave me his number, and you know, we've been rocking ever since. You know, he's like a mentor to me. So shout out to Sway Calloway. But yeah, this was
word. So I got your bedroom bars up. I couldn't find the one at Cervantes though. I couldn't. If anybody can give me that link
to you.
I know it is on YouTube.
Could you resend it for me?
Maybe MaleMan, Sway in the morning or something like that. But,
yeah.
Let's get into this one right here.
You gotta have bars.
Something, all right, check it out. It'd be like this. Yo, these rappers remind me of the churches, because they be rapping but ain't coming with no verses. Fuck a sermon, I live by the book. And fuck a punchline, my shit feel like a hook. My flow got them shook. I know by they looks, bars hit your chest piece like cars. Hey, yo, Sway, you my dog like a Rottweiler. We great, y'all witnesses. Watchtower, like 50, I'm a businessman, but I don't watch power. I'm trying to stack $1 million, man, and build an empire. Y'all think I'm talking? Open your mind, pay attention. Let me bust
it's cutting a little bit. But...
hands where my eyes can see. Let me hear your vibe. Look at me now. I'll break your neck with every single line. Woo-ha, I'm dangerous. I'm gonna hit them high. Respect my conglomerate, or I'm gonna light your ass on fire. Hoes be digging me, I can't even lie. That's because I'm on that fresh shit like a fly. Praise the Most High, Adonai, El Shaddai, repping mine, Bellside, Colorado till I die. You already know the vibes. Yo. Let me get.
I never noticed how choppy it was. You know, it's probably my connection, but yeah, that was straight Instagram live. Like that was us on live on IG, him and his daughter, and I was like probably somewhere with terrible reception, you know what I'm saying? But I was coming with the bars, you know, if you could hear the whole thing. I was saying
we got the gist of it. That
I
was
was
dope.
saying some crazy shit in that verse.
Watchtower, you can witness. All right.
Yeah, I was saying some ill shit in that verse, but
the one at Cervantes is I didn't actually find that video on YouTube. I had found it on your Facebook page. So I don't have the link to that one.
Word. Gotcha. Well, yo, Weez, you got a question for him?
Of course. You already know. You talked about Pop being your influences. But I usually do a part of the show where, you know, it's called Rep Your State. And, you know, I ask artists to tell me who their top 5 artists in your state is. But I'm going to switch it up a little different. You said Pac was your influence. I want to get into hip hop and what hip hop meant to you. So give me your top 5 albums of all time and why.
Ooh.
I'm interested to hear this myself.
That's hard. Damn, Weez.
On the spot.
That's why I asked him, Weez, you got a question?
All Eyes on Me. All Eyes on Me, bro. That album to me, you know, and sometimes it's like a toss in the air between All Eyes on Me and Machiavelli. But that All Eyes on Me, that double disc, bro, that still to this day is just crazy. So All Eyes on Me, damn, it's 2023. Shit. I gotta put Dark Fantasies in there, Kanye. My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy, because that album was, that shit changed, I feel like changed the trajectory of a lot of hip hop. Like, so I'm gonna have to put that in there. This might throw people off a little bit, but Hendrix by Future. That album, I don't think people listen to that album enough and don't give Future his credit. I know they like the Dirty Sprites, but that Hendrix album really showed a different side of Future that I just thought, you know, it was like, this is rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like an influential moment. Like, everybody's gonna sound like this, you know. Oh man, 3. Damn, big dog. I'm gonna say the Drake joint with his heads in the cloud. What's that one called?
What is that?
I'm blanking. It's right before, if you're reading this, it's too late. It's not Take Care. It's why am I blanking on that shit?
Give me 1 second. I'm looking it up.
Nothing Was the Same.
Okay, there you go.
Nothing Was the Same. That album changed my life, low key. And 4, I would say it's probably one of them Brother Lynch joints.
Which one do you think, in your opinion, out of all of his catalog, as you mentioned him, like which was the one that you would say is his best work or your favorite? We'll say that.
I don't know if I would say, I might go with Suicide Note.
Okay.
I might go with Suicide Note. And again, with that being said, disclaimer, these can be alternated if I had more time to think about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just thinking about, as far as artists albums that I still would just go back to and listen to and can listen to all the way through and still gain inspiration from those albums. It'll be those. Like, I can turn on that All Eyes on Me, and next thing you know, I done wrote 10 new verses, you know. Same with that Kanye, same with that Drake. You know, same with that brother Lynch, and then like Future, his concepts. I still listen to that when I want to be on some real like if I want to have a ratchet night, I'm putting on Hendrix. Like, all right, let me get into my bag. Let me it's like the alpha male Bible. Like, let me go ahead and bump that real quick, like the toxic male Bible. So that's what I'm rocking with, man. Don't unfollow me. Don't come for me.
That's a good thing. That's the beautiful thing
Nah,
about
man.
hip hop. Everybody can have their opinion, and it doesn't have to be. And I appreciate
That's
it when
it.
people have a different opinion than the normal. Who's your top 5 in season? They list off the normal top 5 or whatever.
Right.
Because it's like, nah, I'm asking you, who is your, and that's it's because it's different for everyone. So, but salute to
Honorable
you.
mention, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Same
There you
thing.
go.
Yes.
I can listen to that. I can listen to that album and I'm immediately back in my bag. So, she might trump Brother Lynch just for politically correct purposes, but but I'm still rocking with Lynch in that top 5. So
Yo, and shout out to Lauryn Hill actually getting back and getting active again and
yeah.
performing. That's a blessing to have her back on
Facts.
stage.
Love her.
Was
That was a
fortunate to see her
game-changing
live
album.
several times. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, the score, honestly, I mean, really,
Oh,
because
that was
when Fuji's their
prelude to
first
that, yeah.
album, which was what was the name of their first album?
Nappy,
Dirty Heads, or I
Nappy,
can't remember, something like that, something Heads, right?
yeah.
My
That
apologies for
Miseducation,
blanking on that one. Yeah, but yeah, and then the score was the lead up, and because of the score, and the score was such a huge thing, for everybody from mainstream crossover to pop, but to the underground, till there was something on there everybody respected,
Yeah.
and Lauryn Hill was a big part of that.
Oh yeah.
Wyclef and Praz, all of those guys. And the fact that they're together and they're performing again is
Facts.
a humongous thing. And
Blended on Reality. That was the name of that first one.
thank you.
It
Blended
had
on
a
Reality.
joint called. It had a joint
Blended,
called
yep.
Nappy Heads.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Absolutely.
Hey, I know you got one of those vinyls in the back there behind your head, Boogie, of the whole things in one of those 500 plus vinyls behind your head
Of which one?
of the Fugees.
Oh, I do. I've got Miseducation around here somewhere. So here's the thing, though, man. Like the other night, I DJ'd vinyl night, and the thing that I hate about these shows is that it's hard to keep them in order. So the problem is I've got to go back and re-alphabetize the ones that are in here. So I can't. See here,
No, man, if you didn't know, Boogie's a DJ, and he DJs live on air.
Okay.
Most nights he does a lot of streaming DJ sessions, and he's actually a classic vinyl DJ. So those are very rare these days.
No, facts. And where I'm at, it's a lot of vinyl heads up there. Like I said, the OGs is the OGs, and they still got crazy vinyls of songs albums you wouldn't even think of. It's like, damn, you got the vinyl of that joint. And we do some things. We give away some of the new vinyls. I think we gave away a vinyl of Damn, the Kendrick Lamar album. We got all kind of. We do a lot of dope stuff, man. It's still hip hop. It's still hip hop. So shout out to real vinyl DJs, bro. Not
check this out.
DJs and that's fire.
Well, hold on. So I don't have readily available the right now offhand my sealed copy of Miseducation, but you mentioned your favorite album,
bro.
And this is my promotion. This is my promotional copy that came from Death Row.
That shit give me chills just saying that shit, bro.
This is the OG. This is a promo.
Damn.
So yeah.
That's gangster as fuck, bro. That shit literally gave me goosebumps, bro. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, Boogie's collection is insane, man.
That way.
Oh, and then here.
Well, see, he came from a record pool, and so I probably have more records than I can even count.
Damn. This dude out here in his bag right now, bro. That's wild.
And by the way, man, Boogie is here local. He's in Colorado.
Oh, you know that then. We're going to have to link it up ASAP.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
ASAP.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have to come by to the studio and just, you know what I'm saying, Just come fuck with me.
Oh, hold on,
Oh,
yo.
yeah.
I just want to say one thing this is huge. So from another DJ that's huge and a cornerstone in LA, we just got a raid from DJ C minus out of LA. So shout out to all the Raiders. Much love to each and every single one of y'all. If you're new here, you tuned in. This is B-Boys Underground Forever. We do this every single Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific. We have new guests. It's everything to do with underground hip hop culture all across the world. We have major artists, we have underground artists, DJs, producers, MCs, graffiti artists, B-boys, engineers, the whole nine. We do this every single thing, and we are trying to get this underground community here started up. So we also have a Discord server. If you guys want to post your content, if you would like to be featured on this show, if you want to know how to get down with B-Boys Underground, quick and easy way to do it is to get at us on our socials. We have a Facebook page, we have a Facebook group, we have a Discord server. The Discord server is one of the easiest ways for you to say, yo, Boogie, put this on the show, and we will get it on the show. We've got sections and everything all listed out. What I'll do is I'll show this Discord server. Also, make sure you hit follows on all of our socials and everything like that. But make sure you get down with the get down. Thank you all so much. And again, make sure you follow DJ C minus fan 4 on Twitch, Instagram. You can check him out weekly on the Dr. Green Thumb podcast each and every single day. And he may have some off days and stuff like that. He streams in the morning and in the evenings as well. So much love to the homie. Shout out to Be Real TV. Shout out to Be Real TV. So that's how from them, and C minus specifically was the DJ who got me to start streaming again, because it was COVID. I've been doing this for 3 years again. And it was like, yo, I had a life-changing event that impacted my health considerably. You know, I fought with cancer, still battling all the side effects and everything from that. And then, I had COVID the first time, and it, like put me down completely. Like it damaged my body, and it was life-threatening for me on multiple occasions. And when I got out of on the other side of that, one of the things was that I realized is that I needed to embrace the time that I have and do what is me, right? And what I wanted to do. So first and foremost, the only things in life, and I tell everybody, I just want to be a good husband and I want to be a good dad. That's first and foremost. But then after that, I'm going to do what I love and do what I believe I have the ability and gift to do. And that's this here thing with music and hip hop. And hip hop has been something that's influenced and impacted my life and changed my life. And being able to get this community together and grow this again is just a dream of mine to do it. And there's no excuse not to do it, because if you have a cell phone, you can do it. So if you've got a dream out there, there's nothing keeping you from doing it. If you want to make beats, if you want to DJ, if you want to write rhymes, if you want whatever it is, just from your phone that you have in your hand today, you have the means and the abilities to do what you are dreaming of. So don't let your inner voice tell you can't. Take advantage of the present, because it is a present, because that's the only thing you got. You can't go back and change the past, and you can't change what's going to happen in the future. You can take actions and steps today in the present to dictate what your future is. So take those actions and steps right now to do what you need to do to set up the future that you want. Much love to each and every single one of you. Thank you, DJ C minus, for that raid. My apologies for that interruption. Make sure y'all follow and all that stuff. Back to MaleMan. Sorry about that.
No, that's the important stuff. At the drop 104.7. We gotta do our plugs too, bro. So shout out
man.
And
we coming down
beat
to the
just
studio.
inspired me.
Yeah, check it out, man. Come down, and like bro said, I'm gonna have to hop off here shortly. But if anybody want to get in with me, just connect with me. All my socials are MaleMan HTH, MaleMan HTH. You know what I'm saying? If you spelled it right, you spelled it wrong. Not mailman, MaleMan, MaleManHTH.
That's the way to
That's
put it.
on IG, Facebook, all of that. Like, lurk, comment, slide in my DMs, follow off, follow back. My email is the same, at mailmanhth@gmail. And I'm open, bro. Like I'm open. I'm available. I'm always trying to be a part of somebody's journey. Always trying to lend a helping hand when I can. If I can't help, I'm gonna try to point you in the right direction to somebody that can. Fellas, I highly, highly appreciate y'all having me on this show. I think what y'all are doing is amazing. It needs to be taken. It needs to be bubble wrapped. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta continue to just keep this going, and connect different communities and bring guests on. You got a lifetime ally with me. I'm rocking with y'all tough, you know what I'm saying, to eternity. And like I said, it's just really, I really appreciate y'all having me on. The music, the questions, giving me an opportunity to chop it up, because usually I'm not on this side of the interview. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like it's good to be in the hot seat, if you will, and just really just kind of talk to people that bring that emotion and that can bring that good stuff up out of you. So I really take my hat off to y'all, man, and I really appreciate y'all putting this time into making this so special. This really means a lot to me. It's really special to me. So
Nah, it means a lot for us, for you to be on the show too. Go ahead.
Dope, brother. Dope.
Two things for you real quick, Mailman. For the listeners that are not in Colorado, what is the app they can download to come listen to you live on the air?
Oh yeah, so you can download the Drop 303. So Android, Apple, just search the Drop 303 on your smartphone's app store. Download that thing. I'm on 7 to midnight, host of the MaleMan show, so that's Mountain Time. So I think, like bro was saying, Pacific Time, that's 6 to 11. East Coast, I'm on 9 to 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So I'm really, really outside with you. If you in the whip, if you in Colorado, download the app. Maybe you're not in the whip. Maybe you about to get dressed and go outside. Well, shit, turn me up. Download that app while you putting your good shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Your good shoes. And but yeah, worldwide, you can download the Drop app. Search the Drop 303. Smartphones app store, and listen all day. You know what I'm saying? Because we have amazing talents. We all have something to say. We all make a really real impact in this community, and that's just not coming from me. That's coming from the community. Each one of us has something special about us that people just really love. So 7 to midnight, 104.7 The Drop. Tap in with your boy. I'm that way.
Word.
And I know you said you got to get going soon. And you said you always stay ready. So I'm that guy.
Uh-oh.
You want to leave us with some bars?
You want some bars?
Hell yeah, we want some bars.
Y'all want some bars?
Let's get some bars.
Say less.
Do you need a beat?
I don't need a beat. We can do whatever.
There it is.
I'll come in like, hi haters, I'm still getting better. I would wave, but the way my middle finger set up, I'm fly as ever. My wardrobe like a war zone. Bitch, you looking at a star like a horoscope. My bars cold. Rappers try to break my barcodes. It make the girls cry. It's that Georgie Forge flow. Hometown niggas feel it in their torso. Denver nigga, go Broncos. Shout out to you cock blockers. I'm Von Miller, and I'm calm off a sack in a light Miller. Just don't play with her. Like Bryce Tiller, no Pittsburgh, guard your hoe, bro. I might still her. Yo, light dimmer, mine shimmer, looking like glitter. Mike Ripper, grabbing my balls, they big like billiards. I got the dope lines for the line sniffers. To snort these, you gonna need a nose like Squidward's. You squares is the reason I don't like neighbors. But since we like neighbors, do me a slight favor. Save me the labor and just kill yourself. Ironically, you do that, you'd be a lifesaver.
Word. Salute to MaleMan.
That's all. I believe y'all with that though.
You got some shout outs before you go?
Shout out to J. Ron Jackson, RIP. That's my brother. I love you, man. Shout out to the HTH Foundation, the Gangway. You know that. 104.7 The Drop, Kuvo Jazz, Rocky Mountain PBS, Rocky Mountain Public Media. It's all love. B-Boy Underground. I'm rocking with you. Shout out to all my Colorado independent artists out there. I'm rocking with you. And most importantly, Baruch Hashem, shout out to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He keep me going. So yeah, you know, and can't forget about the fam. Hi, Mom.
Hell yeah. Well, MaleMan, once again, honor, pleasure, privilege to get a chance to meet and speak with you. I hope this is just the beginning of many conversations to come. I appreciate what you're doing in the community. I appreciate you. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate your positivity. I appreciate your perseverance. Much love to you. Keep it pushing, bro. Only big things to come.
Will do. Thank you, Ghost. Much love. Big Weeze, much love. You know what I'm saying? Fresh, my dog. Y'all be smooth, man. This ain't gonna be the last time. Holla at me. We're gonna get it in. We're gonna go to the studio and do our whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
all right, man. Shout out to the people too. It's all love. You know that.
Make sure you follow MaleMan on all platforms. If you look in the description for this episode, you can get down with them. We're going to continue the show. Much love to you, MaleMan. Peace.
Peace, brother.
Shout out to MaleMan.
Great interview.
We've got time. So we've got some time. How you guys doing? Everybody doing good? We can talk about
fabulous.
We can talk about some hip hop. There's plenty of things going on, anniversaries, plenty of news to talk about with hip hop. There's plenty of questions that we have for folks in the chat. Absolutely, if you have any questions in the chat, put them in there so we can talk, interact, be a part of the show. We do this again every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific. You can catch us on the replays on Facebook and on our YouTube pages as well. We broadcast you live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So yes, we've got a couple people. I want to say shout out to all the folks that just rated, that have been hanging out with us and still hanging out with us. Again, shout out to DJ C- Fan 4. And C-, I mean, that's from the Fantastic Four out of LA. That's when you say Fan 4, that's out of the Fantastic Four out of LA. They did a hip hop show in LA. They've connected with Beat Junkies, Scratch Pickles, all of it. And they would have people come up and actually, I've got something since we can get into it. And this is speaking about like people coming back in the old golden days when people would go to the studio and spit bars live, right? He was part of that show that they had. They would have all these artists come through and spit. And I've got one of the mixtapes that he was on. I've got to find it. Give me a second, but we can get into some of that. What's some of the things you guys want to get into?
This week has been just monumental for hip hop in general, with a lot of the classic albums that were released this month within the last 2 decades. And you know, you got anniversaries of Scarface's Made album. You know, 2 days ago was the release of Nas's Ether. You know, it's this month is very important in hip hop history. So all of you guys who love hip hop, look into what the month of December means for hip hop. This is that month where the new year's coming, so everybody's usually gearing up for new albums, new momentum going forward, even with current artists. But, you know, go back and listen to some of your classics and pay homage to those artists, because this is a very important month for music.
Absolutely.
Memphis Bleak dropped the album back in the day.
Yeah.
It's, The Understanding. He lost Pimp C December 4th, 2007, I believe.
Yes,
2007.
Smoke
Fat Boys.
I don't listen to the Steve Harvey morning show. If that's Bart's from Bart's Barbecue, shout out to Bart's Barbecue out of LA. If that's you, shout out to him. And we've been trying to get you on our 420 podcast that's on Mondays and Thursdays, the session. So holla at us.
Hey, we got one from Brother IQ. That's artist I'm working with. It's gonna be the Black Enigma. It's gonna be
Shout out to
released
brother
in
IQ.
2024. He got a good question. Who's your top four greatest rappers of all time? Hmm. Take a stab at
Hmm.
that one.
Go
And,
ahead,
and
Boogie. Kick it off.
anybody in the chat can
Everybody wants me
make
to. I'll
up
go
for
first. Let me think about this, but I'm not gonna.
it.
I'm not
we,
gonna
we
put them in order. I'm not gonna put them in
there we
order.
go.
All
There
No.
we
right,
go.
and I'm gonna make some distinctions on one of them. I'll start off with Ice Cube, but I'm gonna say Ice Cube from his beginning until after Lethal Injection. Like Lethal Injection's the cutoff. Like B-sides, remixes, greatest hits. That's kind of the cutoff. And then from there, he kind of transitioned away and the sound changed. I mean, I will include the West Coast Connection stuff and everything like that. But if I'm saying Ice Cube, I believe the reason why, I mean, America's Most, Death Certificate, you have Kill It Will in the middle of it. And then he follows those three projects up with The Predator. And that was
Hmm.
produced by DJ Muggs. So that the majority of that was Pooh and Muggs, but a lot of that was Muggs' influence on it because it's when he um, had linked up with Cypress Hill. So that's one of my reasonings behind that because I don't believe that there's another album out. One of the America's Most Wanted, again, speaking of vinyl, original pressing, still in its
Original.
wrapper, still in its wrapping. So
Hmm.
yes, that right there, America's Most has got to be, and Death Certificate for there. Number two, but not number two, I've got to say Scarface. Scarface by far
Facts.
is if I have to put him up there and you trying to put me assign a number, he's one or two, and that's just I believe for me a lot of about Scarface that resonated with me coming up, and especially coming up, there was just a lot of his storytelling and just the from the Ghetto Boys to his independent work to his verses. I think his storytelling and his ability to share what he thinks and emotionally just be vulnerable and put it on his sleeve. If it's fuck you, it's fuck you. But if it's, whatever it is, that whole thing with Scarface and the fact that he's one of the rappers that I think one of the few rappers who started with the style, flipped it, won a Grammy,
Hmm.
and then he's flipped it again even as he's gotten older. But they're all his styles have been really dope, and it's not been like jarring when he's changed, right? So Scarface is up there, and now this is going to be difficult, but not really for this next one that just comes to mind. Because if this is my third MC that I'm listing, I mean, it's got to be Three Stacks, but not number three. Again, I'm not going to say in any order. But again, for me, Outcast, Andre 3000, my God. I mean, there's not a single Outcast album or anything of verse that Andre has done, in my opinion, that's been trash or that he's ever phoned it in. He's never phoned in any work. He's always been uniquely him. He's got a flute album that's breaking records out. He's breaking the internet because he put out a flute album and a meditation record. I mean, and everybody's shitting on him for it, but not doing his own thing. He's doing hip hop, even doing his own thing, doing jazz and his own or whatever kind of music that is. He's got to be up there for me too, right? So he's always in that rotation. Thinking of another person, this is going to be, I mean, mm, I'll give, I hate saying this because everybody says it, right? But he's in, but I mean, Jay is up there. Jay's up there. I have to respect Jay just for what he's done for hip hop and elevated the plateau. But that's hard too because I can't leave out KRS One. I can't leave out Big Daddy Kane. I can't leave out. There's so many, right? So it's difficult. I can't leave out Chuck D. I can't leave out Be Real. I can't leave out, even though, some people have opinions about it. I can't leave out Redman. It's so difficult to put that top 5 question on me. But
It's only 4, and you're killing it. Now we hold our guests to a standard.
I know.
You just regurgitating every rapper.
No, these are the people that I'm drawing. No, those are the
These
ones
are his
that I'm
honorable
drawing from it.
mentions.
The last
these
2,
are-
right? So,
Ooh,
but if
that's a
I'm going to
long
say
list.
anything for me,
Yeah.
I take back Jay and I put in KRS-One and I put in Chuck D.
Okay.
There's your 5. Go ahead, Fresh. What you got?
All right, and this could change, but this is what I'm feeling today. This is the G Fresh list. This ain't Big Wee's list. This ain't Ghost Boogie list. You know my fake Stephen A list. I'm gonna go with Rakim. Thought he was definitely a game changer on the flow of lyrics, slowing it down a little bit.
Man, you see, how can
Yeah. I mean, he was on the cuff. He was right there when you said,
he
Chuck
was
D
there
and
too. He's
Chuck
there.
D and KRS-One. So Rakim, kind of was on that goat early on with hip hop. Was Rakim was like untouchable.
The God MC.
Now, I'm gonna throw you off for this. I've said it before. Um, Longevity is not a factor for this, but CPO, Capital Punishment Organization, the
Ooh,
rapper.
that's a good one.
I think it changed his name to Boss Hog or something.
The Boss
now,
Hog, yeah.
and it did not. So the longevity, I'm just going off that first album. The lyricals, the production. I mean, just how everything meshed together. Stu was spitting some serious intellectual lyrics and knowledge, and just very
His
dope.
delivery was different too.
Yes. And coming from battle rap era and loving that type of style of just like MaleMan said, just spitting what you ain't got to be a composition or anything, just spitting some shit off the top of your head. Ludacris sound like most of his music is just sound like constant punchlines and makes you think, and it was not like over the top of your head types. It was stuff that little mini me shoes got more soul than you. So you have to be a super lyrical guy to get that. So it bridged like the super battle heads against to the person to just pick up that simple type of joke, and it's still dope. And last one, let's probably throw y'all off. Master Ace.
Man, I was listening to him just yesterday. That's dope.
And just going through his Sitting on Chrome to like the stuff he's been doing with Edo
Brainiac,
G.
dumb.
Yes, very, very clever. So I mean, this ain't my list every day, but it's my list today, and just thinking about it. Yeah, just give some good lyricists. I got a ton of honorable mentions. Yeah, I almost said KRS-One, Chuck D, of course, but I said I think Rakim grabbed that and put them in honorable mention. Guilty Pleasure, 8 Ball and MJG.
Woo! That's a one.
Guilty
Coming
Pleasure.
Out Hard is,
yes.
I told you, top 5
Ooh.
gangster rap albums. It's got that's in the contention. That Coming Out Hard was amazing.
Guilty Pleasure, love it.
They just performed at Cincinnati at that hip hop concert where Scarface and Short was all there. Yeah, man.
Oh, brother IQ to ask the question. He said he picks KRS-One, Biz Markie.
Yeah, man, I saw that.
Okay,
Picking boogers,
Ice
but
Cube,
not the vapors.
and Busta
Come
Rhymes.
on,
Well, I mean,
Biz,
he's dope. I mean,
Biz was dope.
I'm not questioning that at all. Very, very, very talented man.
And then Richie D, MF Doom, Method Man, KRS-One. I mean, yeah.
Okay. I like the Busta Rhymes. Like he's underrated.
Yeah.
What do you think about his new project? What do you think about his latest project that just dropped?
Busta?
Love it.
Busta just dropped a new project.
Yes, I've heard most
it's
of
got
it.
Got that young energy vibe. It's a young album.
Still Busta. Yeah. Always been
Got
that,
some island Caribbean type vibes.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like Q Taylor's list. I mean, his is almost amongst mine. I don't it's hard to do a list because like y'all said, there's so many to
Exactly.
compare. But I'm gonna
put
do
me
mine
on one.
I'm gonna do mine a little different.
Go ahead.
So my top 4, I'm gonna start with the South. Bun B.
Hell yeah, Bun B, UGK together.
That's up
Yes.
there with my guilty pleasure too. Definitely.
I'm gonna go with
UGK.
the greatest rappers of all time, according to me. Of course, to me, no one else is. Y'all can disagree, but from the South, I'm gonna go with Bun B. From the Midwest,
Word.
ooh, it's tough. Can I do a 2-way on the Midwest? Because they both hail from Chicago. I'm gonna go with Twister
Jealous.
and Common.
Okay.
Common was floating around my head.
Common's one of them too.
Maybe tomorrow would have been Common. Today it wasn't, but yeah.
Her is one of the craziest, best hip hop songs ever.
Yes.
Oh yes. And Twister, what he started out as Tongue Twister.
Correct.
Yep, Tongue Twister.
Yes.
With the video with the big tongue pause.
Yes.
Across
Yes.
Yes. And then for the East Coast, I'm gonna throw a name out that no one ever gives respect to.
Who's that?
Mos Def.
Oh, good one.
Oh
yeah, man.
Yeah, somebody just said Black Thought, Mos Def, Talib Kweli.
That whole collective, collective group embodies what hip hop is.
Yeah.
Now I just thought about Black Thought. Damn.
You know, a lot of people want to go Roots, a lot of people want to go Wu-Tang, a lot of people want to go for me, it's Mos Def. And then of course Busta. Busta's catalog is insane. He doesn't get the respect he's supposed to get, nor does Method Man, but I'm gonna go with Mos Def. And then from the West Coast, I got to give it to E40.
Feezy.
That's different. Yes.
Just again, the longevity of his career, how he
changed lexicons.
Yeah, his own language.
Yeah,
he changed lexicons, y'all.
Yo, you know, it's so. I mean, even then, I mean, I could go Mac Dre because how vital and important he was to that whole West Coast movement with the hyphy, but you know, it's going to be Mos Def, Bun B, Common Twister, and E40. There's my 4 from the 4 regions of hip hop. If I had to do a fifth, what's the 5th region?
We got West, Mid, South.
Let's see. Hear about this. I'll give you who I think is the greatest rapper of all time to head over all of them.
Who's that?
I'm going. You gotta remember, I'm from a different generation than most of you guys.
You go spit it out.
It's yours. It's who you think.
Yours.
It's your opinion, bro.
I'm gonna go with Jay-Z.
Word.
Okay.
It's just because his music meant that much to me. And again, this is my list. Don't have to be anybody. Now, if you wanted a futures list of who's currently in the industry, I got that as well. But
interesting, yeah.
You know, honorable mentions. Joyner Lucas is probably one of the next greats. I mean, that his ADH album is a classic. You know, if they were still giving out 5 mics, that's a 5 mic album. But yeah, it's I like Jay collectively. He changed the whole plateau of the industry from a rapper to a businessman perspective and how to market and business yourself. I mean, he changed the game.
I'm a J. Cole fan. I like with I would say like what was that 10, 12 years up and comers, Kendrick Lamar's, J. Cole. I
Correct.
felt like the Fabulouses and honorable mention because you mentioned West Coast that actually still doing some joints you might not even know. Chino XL.
It sure is.
And there's lyrically, I mean, he came out just, wrecking the industry with everybody was after him, and he's probably about 270 pounds now. He's like lifting 500. he done bulked up so he can talk shit about people without getting his ass whooped. He's a huge man at this point in time. So not only gonna talk shit, then he gonna bust your ass too.
Well, look, nowadays, the muscles don't stop bullet holes.
Yeah, they ain't gonna
so
stop a bullet, but
Nah,
these,
yeah.
these
You fuck
kids
around and get the
with these
bars.
you
choppers.
ain't gonna come slap him up. You gotta think this one out. Yeah.
Man. No, I mean those are always very difficult questions to ask for me because it really does depend on my mood that day. But like I could give you my consistent three. I know if I'm in my bag and I need to recenter, and I know the Death Certificate album is home. You mentioned 8 Ball MJG, that Coming Out Hard
True.
album, that's home. AT Aliens is home. Scarface, his Mr. Scarface is back, and The Diary with The World Is Yours. Those three right there were amazing. I mean, it's just there's so much to it. There's just so much to these things that I think about with those MCs. It's like, what are the albums that I can still listen to this day, front to back, without skipping, without it? Like, there's not many. Those are rare. Those are rare. Like to be able, and you've listened to them a ton of times, and you can still just return to them. It's like this is, those are the albums for me, and those MCs are the ones that I can go to. You mentioned Jay-Z. What did you think of both of you? What did you think about 444? And did you see that he released this special auctioned off case that he signed it and it's going for money or but it has all of his albums in like these nice little laminate things in this case, but there's an open spot meaning that he's probably got one more on the way. But what did you guys think of what happened with 444? What was your opinions on it?
Let me give that some thought here.
It's tough because anytime Jay drops an album or any kind of project, it's always deemed as his last.
Yeah, that's that build up.
But
around.
Insider information, you heard it here first on B-Boys Underground.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Jay has a new album.
There you go.
It is set to drop spring of next year.
Uh-oh. You heard it first.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be the final album.
I got you.
For now. Until the
next black album and I back out.
No. It is officially. He will still be open for features and stuff like that, but as far as projects, no. 444. Oh man. It's just I don't know.
You don't like it. Not one of your favorites. Not one of your favorites.
Nah, it's not one of my favorites. I mean, every artist has that one album. You're just like, no matter who you're a fan of, they always drop that one album you're unsure of. One of my favorite rappers is Young Jeezy. I love everything he do, but he had an album where I was like, yo, why did you even drop this?
I got you.
But in 444, you can tell it's different. It wasn't what you expect from your artist when you anticipate something. You're like, this is what they're bringing, and then when they drop something totally different, you're like, that's not what I expected. You know, it's like your sophomore album. Everybody puts in all of their hard work on their first album because that's what the producers, the managers, the record labels want them to drop. And then when they drop their sophomore album, it's what they want to put out, you know, what they're into. And then people don't like it because it's not what they're used to. So that's what 444 kind of reminded me of. It's like a sophomore project.
Word.
Mm.
Fresh.
To think of the well, I'm switching gears because it's all right, you know. I'm a moderate Jay-Z fan. Like some of his stuff, like his flow. Definitely like his, you know, and, and actually going back to the first episode, knowing where he came from and where he went, you know, where he is now, coming from JC, Hawaiian Sophie, and the bigger to move into Jay
Boom
Z as
bap.
the yeah,
Yeah.
and you know move through to his first album, groundbreaking, very great music and songs on there. Um, actually switching gears. What did everybody think of the Kanye? What's it called? Jesus, what's it called? Jesus is King. Did anybody put an ear to that album?
Nope.
I did
Nope.
not give it. I didn't give it a real listen.
Nope.
I glanced through it for a couple of the verses, and some of those, like I know Andre's Donda verse, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
If you have to ask me if there's any song that I can actually readily quote or like know of off that project, it would be the Donda album. You know what I mean?
That's all I got.
Yeah, kind of was at work and had it in my ear, you know, doing something else, and a couple songs caught me with the music's the instrumentation of it, even some of the lyrics. It was a reach, but he was already thought he was doing crazy stuff in the media, so that
Well,
didn't that didn't
it makes
bring
it
that didn't yeah it came off cheap, but actually had a few good joints on there. I would say that in his defense, but I think he had muddied the water in the process of the presentation of it. So it didn't
yeah.
come out as clear, like, "Hey, this
He
is what I'm
muddied
doing." It was
water
all,
big
it,
time. Yeah, you
yeah,
can't put out a
it was
Jesus
just a
record
whole.
and say
It
some
was like,
craziness
yeah,
that
it
he
was like
did, man. I mean,
Pigpen from the Peanuts walking out. It was just that cloud of cloud of shit and bugs floating
Well,
around him. You're
that's
like,
when he was
here,
under, he dropped that during the rush time of his career when he was under so much media scrutiny, you know?
yes,
and stress. I mean, that's the thing that the one thing you can say about Kanye, regardless if you like him, hate him, love him, you can take a look and see one man's journey through maturity and mental health. Because he's until his last comments really, really finally his last set of antics really got him and took a lot of his
yeah,
money away and all of that stuff. I mean,
hmm
that was a cat that was doing things different and was doing him and believed all he was all in on himself on everything. He was like it is the Chappelle skits and all that. Like he thought he was the it for sure, and still does. But you need that type, those type of people that have that type of artistic expression and stuff like that. You need, it's just they always are some type of underlining mental health battle, and I hope that he gets to a place where he can recenter and find himself again. Or if he
He has a
found
new
himself and
project.
that's who he truly is, oh well,
the
He's got a new
dark side
project
of hip
coming.
hop.
be on the
Yeah,
lookout
the
for that.
dark side of hip. I mean, comedy is like a lot of comedy is comes from pain and past experiences. Same
Absolutely.
with I think hip hop has some of that going on as in the roots of it as well. How do I send in a video for Smoke Night? Oh, that's
For our
from
smoke night, well, you could send it to our Discord server for that one. I can put that link in the chat for you.
oh
Hey,
yes,
hey,
he got a cartoon version of it. It's pretty slick.
hey, big up to Danny Chaz. I finally got to put a face and a voice to the comment on Monday night.
Hell yeah. Danny Chaz is actually he don't wake and bake. He's because he be going to work and stuff like that. But but we can say wake and bake because he gets up early, like 3 o'clock in the morning, to join my 420 podcast. It's a variety podcast. It's more comedy and memes and inappropriate humor for mature audiences only. So
That's the UK brother, right?
yeah, he's in London.
Yeah.
He's in London. So that's the homie right there. I appreciate
Yeah.
everything. I appreciate all the usual suspects, all the guys. Richie's in here. Joe Blaze was in here. Like a lot. Becca Boo. Like there's a lot of family in here. So shout out to all my usual suspects family and all my Twitch gang that's been along taking this ride with me. So much love to you guys. The
Yeah,
reason
that's
why I
Tuesday, Monday.
brought up
That's a good show.
thank you, man. Thank you. We've got some guests coming up too. That'd be good. C minus that rated us has been on. That's the show that's Bobo's been on twice from Cypress Hill. We've had DJ Lenny Ducano on. We've had lots of guys. So the reason why I brought up 444 was specifically, regardless of the lyric content and everything. What do you think about the production on that one? Because that album was entirely produced by No ID. For the beats themselves and the way that those beats were on 444, and we'll move on after that. But that's the reason why, for me, some of the beats were like, I was like, this album's bananas. It just, but they mentioned it as golf course rap, and believe it or not, that was one time in my life where I was golfing mad. So I had speakers, I had Bluetooth speakers in the golf cart, and the new J was on, so we bumping it. So it was fun to tee off and yell forward to that golf cart rap album. But yeah, I mean that the beats on that by No ID. I think No ID is a producer that doesn't get enough credit because he comes with some fucking fire every time.
When was the first time
I agree.
started hearing production from No ID? I can go back a little bit on that one. Good,
Yeah, I
especially with,
agree. I like No ID as a producer. I mean, I think the production on the album was great. It wasn't
Yeah.
my speed of an album, but I understand what you say by golf cart music.
Yeah, it is golf cart music. I know that he was as early as the Blueprint with him. I'm looking up his credits. I'm cheating right now. We got Pusha T and Future. He's done stuff with Common.
Yeah, go
Big
back to
Sean.
Common. See if Grav shows up on there. Underrated. His name is Grav. Grav. That album was probably, I think we got it. You was around. We got that for the radio show. It was about 97-ish.
Yeah.
And No ID, I think he did the whole production on it. I was like, listening to it. MC, I mean, he carried his weight, Grav did, but I was like, who the hell is this producer? This dude has got some hot shit on here. And that was No ID early on.
Dude,
So-
he did Smile by G Unit. And that beat.
Yeah.
Gonna be the reason you smile. That motherfucker right there. Woo!
So check this out about No ID. So he created the foundation of modern Chicago rap with a childhood friend, Common Sense. So he's been around for a very long time. He also mentored Kanye West.
Yes.
And he's gone back and he's produced everyone from Bow Wow to G Unit to Jay-Z to Nas and Drake and Rihanna. And that's just a few names. So, I mean, No ID's been around. We just didn't know who it was in the background. Again, like Al B's for She said,
Mariah Carey.
Pay homage to the producers.
Absolutely. I mean, Nas, Large Professor. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, he's got a ton of credits, but every time, because it's funny, whenever like there's always, I mean, he's even got a track that he did a remix for Sade. So, I mean, I can always hear his beats. I'm like, that's a No ID beat, and I'll go look at the credit. Like, oh, I knew it. You know what I mean? Because he's just got that sound.
Oh my! I mean that was that the second Common album he did. I used to love her. Resurrection.
Yeah.
Retrospect for Life. That was a. Ooh, might be up there with one of Common's best. I know he had some good ones after that. I mean, the one with the light and all that was pretty good. But that
I was playing a Common song on accident when I was saying MaleMan earlier because I was listening through Common's catalog today, listening and going through listening for some certain songs I wanted to throw in a mix. But yeah, man, like that's how I was hitting play. I was like, but anyway, yeah, Common. But I used to love her. We mentioned it earlier. You mentioned it
Yes.
again. That, where would you rank that in? Like, if you guys were to put it, give it a number, and you don't have to think about it and explain all of the ones before and after if you don't want to. But where would you rank that in hip hop all time songs?
I'd
In
give
your
it
ranking, if it, like, you can say the teens or like the
top 5.
tens, top
Top
5.
5. I mean, just the way he took you through at that point in time, took you through the journey of hip hop was fantastic. I mean, if you didn't, if it wasn't a video for it, you could just visualize the scenarios and watching how the music just kept inching forward out and just, and it, like, even though some took it wrong and thought it was disrespect, but he was just
Yeah,
saying, "Hey,
Cube.
you see, I still, yeah." He said, "If you really listen to the lyrics, it was like, yeah, she out there doing this and that, but I still love her. I still fuck with her." So yeah, that's
Yeah.
I would give it top 5. No,
What
no,
about you?
no lower than 7.
Word. What about you, Weez? If
Yeah,
you had to put a number around it.
top 10.
Top 10 for
10.
real. I'm gonna say in my ranking probably, man, fuck. I'll say top 5 for sure. Because I can tell you the very first time that I heard the song is a memory, of course, in your first listening is a listening that you only get once with that album. Because if you didn't know him, that he was, because it was, he's talking a story about a woman, and the name of the song is I Used to Love Her, and all of that stuff, right? So, like, just listening to it and being captured by the beat and the vibe and the energy of it, and his storytelling and how visual it was. It's a visual song. If you listen to it,
Yes.
everybody has a visual to it. So you got your own video to it. And then the reveal at the end for the passive listener that didn't catch on at any point, definitely at the West Coast part, you can definitely pick up on that when it transitions and starts when you're in that part of the verses. But
Hmm.
for the uninitiated, though, when I would play that, and then they'd be like, "What?" At the end, because the girl I'm talking about is hip hop, and just
Hmm.
and just is one of the coldest to do it. Like, it's one of his his best projects and pieces of work, absolutely by far. It changed
Yeah.
it. Now, Weez gave us the list of, this is a article from Complex that has No ID's history. So No ID tells all the stories behind his classic records. So we'll just kind of gloss over some of this. Breaking into the industry in the early 90s is Common's in-house producer. No ID ascended from underground crate digger to A-list hit maker, crafting lush soundscapes for the likes of Jay-Z, Kanye West, Drake, and Rihanna. His talents have taken him to in many directions, including brief career as a rapper and now as executive vice president of Def Jam. That was at that current time. So Common sold by the pound. You got
Yes. That was the first
ads.
one. Yeah.
Common Take It Easy. Common Take It Easy. Common Resurrection.
Resurrection. Ooh, that joint.
Yep.
I was on
And
loop for
there it
me.
is.
Her.
Yep. And there it is. I Used to Love Her.
Hmm.
This was a brainchild of the style I developed on Soul by the Pound. I had a baseline sound that I would play with the SP1200. It had just a certain sound and a feel to it. And I was really into the melodies of George Benson's sample, The Changing World, but I wanted to make it harder with that bass line. Common came with this incredible story, which at the time we had no idea would be revered. Common and Twilight Tone, sorry, talked about the concept before he talked to me about it. My role was refining it into a song and orchestrating the musical changes and helping Rash structure the bars, making sure he rapped on beat. But once he had the rap in his head, it was just a matter of making it come across the best. I give him full credit on that one. It definitely wasn't a thing where I said, "Hey, I've got an idea, do this." We shot the video in Chicago. We actually shot 2 or 3 videos before it came out The version that we would see or saw actually was the third version after we wasted a ton of money on the first two. I felt like Soul by the Pound started to get us the next level, but I used to love her capsulated us all the way over. It was more revered. We were respected with Soul by the Pound, but it was, oh my God, this is something special. I used to love her. So yeah, man, just some of the many things that he did, especially Respect for Life. That was a dope, man, that was a dope one. That video and everything, because what he said, like $74 ain't worth your soul. At that video and that song, man, talks about abortion and it's deep. That's a touching song. So many.
Yeah, it's a long article. Yeah, dude definitely needs his flowers. He doesn't get the notoriety he deserves.
Absolutely. You gentlemen got anything else?
Well, actually, I made a faux pas. I just looked up that Grob Down to Earth. No ID looks like he only has. Maybe that was the main one I liked. Looks like he has one track on there, but there's also 3 or 4 from Kanye on here. Kate West. Here's the link. I'll slide that in the chat. Yeah, probably I know they put a single out for it. Down to Earth. Why do some of these links not post? That's weird. Couldn't post a link from Discogs. Said the current comment has failed to post. Yeah.
Put it in the private chat, or did you?
Yeah, let me do that. Actually, that's where I wanted to put it. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, but
there we go.
Kanye West. So yeah, he was definitely around with the Chicago that boom bap common rhyme fest. Remember from Scribble Jam?
Absolutely.
Co-wrote Jesus Walks. I hadn't talked to him a couple years. That would be probably be a good interview with Kanye. I've seen some program he had on, I forgot what channel, maybe Fuse or Vice. He had some documentary. Battle rapper.
I've got his screen up at that link that you sent me.
Yeah, so Sean. Al Tariq, remember him?
Absolutely. I shout out to Al Tariq. Damn.
This was a very good album. That 96, there was a lot of good music coming out. I mean, some crappy too, but promotions was very keen back then to get this promoted and out there, and DJs breaking it. We played it on our air heavily. A lot of people liked it and did as much promotion as we could, but need that visuals and videos back then, and I don't think it reached that next level. But very good production on there.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. I know I've got at least 2 copies of this.
Yes, very good, very dope album. Slept on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hey, well, before we go, I even like that logo. I got it on the wall somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but
shout out to Correct Records too.
They had some good joints coming out of
that.
That
was a dope ass label. That was a dope. I think Pudgy was on Correct as well. Remember Pudgy?
The fat bastard?
Yeah, Pudgy the fat bastard.
Nah, he was on what was that label?
I'm almost man.
Epic Street. I could tell you because I remember that was one of the first record pool stuff we started getting.
I know.
He had a song with Biggie that wasn't bad. No. Then he went on a game show and something about some trans.
I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, not a game show, but a talk show. What label was he on? Go his Discogs. He was on G Street Records, maybe. I want to say
that may be it because that logo was close to the
Giant Records.
No, it wasn't on
Back
Giant.
to the Source Records.
Perspective. That's when we got it. It was Perspective.
Yes.
Reprise. Yeah, he's got a few. Record
We had a
label
good
is
relationship with them.
In '93, he did have some on Giant Records. Give him the finger. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Street Scene Incorporated. Yeah, he had a few albums on Perspective Records.
Shout out to Perspective, first Third Thing record pool supplier.
Hey, something I wanted to ask you guys too before we get off. Has anybody been watching or watched any of these shows on Netflix?
Which ones?
Hip Hop Evolution.
Yes.
I was on the first. I think I got to the second season. It's still on my list. I need to pick that back up. They were pretty good.
I wish they'd make out more because I think they finished. There hasn't been any new ones since like 2020.
Right. Or did anyone have you guys watch that episode on Ladies First, a story of women in hip hop?
Yes. Yes.
I did
That
do
was
that.
very
Yes.
dope. That was dope.
Yeah,
I try to catch any hip hop documentaries. I'm
For
a
real.
fiend for that type of stuff.
Absolutely. I love music documentaries, period.
The
What
one
did you
on
think
Biz,
about Rapture?
Rapture. Did I catch that one?
Are you talking about the hip hop evolution on Rapture?
No,
Or-
the series on Netflix called Rapture, RAP, and then TURE.
Oh, I did watch that. Man. So they're all like kind of blended in because they haven't put
Yeah.
out a newer one in a couple of years, but I was on all of them, man. But those are all dope. I mean, those are all absolutely. I back them. I mean, if you want to,
I did watch that. Yeah.
if you want to get a good, it's a great entry point for someone that may want to, that doesn't necessarily know all of the history of hip hop. I think they're doing a great service to being able to, and especially like the hip hop evolution, the way that they break. I think that one was the one they did it by decade, and then they,
Yep.
and then they were going to the different scenes, and they really did do a fair justice about how it started, and did a good episode on where it went each direction and focused on that. That was dope. I want more of that.
Did y'all check the Get Down? Went 2 seasons.
That was my show, man. They only did one, and I was disappointed, bro.
It was one season?
One season.
Yeah,
it was about the Boogie Down Bronx, and I was upset because I got really into it. I was like, they got to drop another season, and I was like, yo, this is like real. I mean, I know it's a fictitious storyline, but it's so true in so many ways. The Get Down, because it was about the Boogie Down Bronx.
Yeah, man.
I had some early interviews with like Melly Mel's older brother. He was actually managing Big Pun. Don't know how I connected with him, but he set up DJs with Kumo D, Busy B, GLOBE from the Wiz Kid, Marley Marl. We was getting all, I was literally called dibs like, hey, guess what? Like, listen in. They're on the phone right now. We was like, what? That's to them. And so we was interviewing all these dudes, and some of the stories they was telling me. And actually, I was working with this guy. He's from New York. I was working at Cincinnati Bill, and he was talking about how the DJ was based off the sound system, like the Cool Herc had the Herculoids, and he was telling stories how they had to be like 15, 20 deep. They would take the speakers on the subway, and they had to get them there and get them back without getting jumped. And like he just verified some of the stories I was hearing, and just watching the Get Down was like part of that, like wishing you could have been there and just enjoying like, dang, I wish I would have been in that birth melting pot of hip hop back then,
Yeah, it introduced the MC, how it was just about the DJs, and then when they came out with the MC and the hype man, that's what that show was about. And that's true story.
Yeah.
Yes. And them dudes actually that one dude really looked damn near on Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah,
I forgot the actor's name. He was very close because we've had Grandmaster Flash down here in Cincinnati a couple times doing some shows, and at a showcase, some kind of seminar we had him down there, pretty much explaining how he created the scratch and the mixing and all of that. So thought that was a good and the breaks, that was short lived too. The breaks was pretty good.
Oh, I forgot about that too. Yes.
9-10 episodes and canceled. I'm like, God. Vinyl, that was actually showing some early hip hop too.
That did,
yeah. Until they murdered.
Yeah, I mean,
what's the dude? What's the comedian? They murdered him on the show. Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
you think
sir.
about Grandmaster Flash. I mean, the message again. I'll say it again. Humongous, humongous album for me personally as a kid, and that was the one that really had me take a look at hip hop differently that I heard because, being in Cincinnati and everything like that. I mean, we didn't get all of the goodies and stuff like that down here early, right? It was the more mainstream and especially what I was exposed to. But when I heard the message and especially saw the thing, it was like, this is what this is me, like this right here. Like I want more of this.
Mm-hmm.
Very young when this came out. I got a chance to just over the weekend DJ the history of hip hop raid train, and it was it's a train that's still going on. I think it concluded today. But it took every single hour in 1 hour blocks. You could only do songs from that year. And I got tapped in. I got reached out to and got tapped in and was asked like, "Yo, can you do 80 to 81?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I could do 80 to 81 because not only, I mean, that for me right there, I mean, 80 to 81, you've got, of course, Rapper's Delight, all of the Sugar Hill stuff hits, you've got the Message hits, all of the Curtis Blow, the Treacherous 3, Spoonie G. I played Mass. I played Mass Spoonie G too. Like, so, I mean, I had fun. And then, I sprinkled in a couple of the songs that came out in 81 that were sampled in the future that were big songs. Like, I played some Gap Band, I played Blondie, I played
oh yeah, Gap
let's
Band.
see here. I mean, I played Cameo, I played Flirt, I played a lot.
Ooh, yeah.
But Rigor Mortis is 76. But oh my
Yeah,
God,
say 76,
that's off the I love that album cover because that's got some big old sweaty boobies with the necklace on.
Flirt.
Hey,
Shake Your Pants. That was that
I
about
watched the
80.
Shake Your
whole.
Pants.
Yeah.
I tuned into that whole set.
I'll
I
send it to
watched
you.
all
I had
2
fun.
hours of it while I was at a pool tournament.
I have fun,
Yeah,
man.
It was a dope set. It was.
Thank you.
I appreciate it because I was born in 81. So
Right on.
to me, I was like Boogie over here paying homage to me on this one.
I mean,
Yo,
so
it's your birthday.
I mean, the thing is that I like to say because again, music was such a humongous thing and part of my DNA and makeup. I didn't have a TV, I didn't have a PlayStation, I didn't have that shit. What I had was a record player, and I had my own stacks of albums. And once I, showed that I knew how to handle my albums, my father allowed me to start handling his albums and playing stuff from him. And this entire row right here, like this top row, is like my kid albums and like my father's record collection is up. I got the entire thing. And the thing about it is that, in it we had my mom and dad loved the Commodores. My father loved Grand Funk. We would listen to to everything, man, like everything. So, and what was really dope about it was, I mean, especially Earth, Wind and Fire and Stevie Wonder for me. So Earth, Wind and Fire and Stevie Wonder, and especially the songs in the Key of Life that speak specifically, that was my first album I had. My first album was the double vinyl Songs in the Key of Life with the extra 45 and a Sesame Street record. Those were my first 2 albums.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. I heard you say something. We're gonna stay on the album, but you said no PlayStation. What? No PlayStation 1980, 81. You had what? Pong.
I'm talking about 76 and on, dude. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
You had that one with the. You had the what the.
What I'm saying
Pong?
is what there was no electronic devices, right? So if I wasn't
that was
outside
the only
playing
one at that point in time, yeah.
No, but music was a big thing because in our house we didn't watch TV that much, bro. It was you're listening to music. There was always music playing. My mom loved to play music loud as fuck while she cleaned the house. my dad loved to play music loud as fuck. I mean, I can remember the very first time I heard Led Zeppelin 2 with A Whole Lot of Love, because my dad had like this big ass quadraphonic radio or stereo with 4 speakers and light organs. So they had those boxes that looked like records with lights in them, and they would. He figured out how to sync them bitches together and wire them together. He was on some other shit with that stuff. But like I remember like listening to that. He put that on that album, and just that whole went through me. And I mean, we listened to Led Zeppelin, so my 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 love of music comes from my mother and father. So that, I mean, and because of them, and because of my mom specifically being able to, she was the one that early on, before I was legally able to buy it, if there was a record that I couldn't get my hands on that had a label on it, she would buy it for me. Right. I mean, she took me to the to my record store the day Death Certificate came out. I remember her taking me, if she didn't go buy it at Globe Records downtown, because she'd call me from work, because she worked in the A-tram for AT&T right there, and she would catch the bus right there by Globe Records. She would like, what do you want? I'm like, I want this album, or I want this album, and she would get it, as long as it wasn't devil music. So I could get, believe it or not, she didn't want me listening to like the satanic panic and the devil music of the 80s, quote unquote, right? So she let me listen to hip hop. And there was the time where, again, I tried to get a Metallica record because I wanted it, because I loved that album. But she's like, so I picked up As Nasty As They Want to Be, handed it to her, because that was like my pick. But it was supposed to come from my great grandparents that Christmas, because it was like, go to the record store. They gave me $50. That was the thing. Like, once I got old enough, it was, your grandparents always gives us money to pick out your Christmas gift. We always went to the record store for that. That was where I wanted. But I wanted to get a Metallica album at Christmas, because I didn't want to actually put the As Nasty As We Want to Be album out at Christmas, but she wrapped that bitch up instead of. So shout out to her. It's like, no devil stuff, but those 4 big booty women, beautiful women. That's much love to her. So, so anyway, I mean, because of them is my love of music, and the it's just taken me, and it's been a consistent theme throughout my life. So whenever there's been any type of disruption or anything that I need to get back to center, it's in the music, and being able to go through these genres and go through the years. I just love. I know I'm not the best DJ. I'm not the best mixer. I'm still learning this digital stuff and everything like that. And I'm always, that my thing is, when I'm DJing, I'm an open book. Take a journey with me. I'm not afraid to make a mistake. I'm not afraid to fail. It's all journey in life, and you can't get better unless you do it. So that's what it is.
That would be a good
You
session,
about to
like
create you a tag.
DJing, and also like the because I mean, being there, watching that transition, watching the pool transition from vinyl, getting them prepped for it, because the labels kept telling me like, "Hey, we're not going to be sending you vinyl. Get you guys ready. It's going to be CDs, and eventually after that, it's probably going to be all digital."
Yep.
And it was some that was screaming and kicking. It was some jumped on it early and made the transition pretty smooth. I mean, I think it was 2009 when that transferred from December to January. You went from 40 records to 2 and a bunch of CDs. So they kept warning you, it's coming, and it finally fucking came, and it came hard. So it'd be good to see how people transition. The older DJs, and seeing how like get some of the younger DJs who started strictly on digital formats with Serato or CDJs, Tractor.
I think it's important that people know how to do both, but in the end, you don't need to, because vinyl, it's an outdated way. I mean, you can't, I cannot gatekeep nor hate on anyone I mean, that's ridiculous, because we're supposed to continue to evolve, and things are supposed to get, and the technology allows. What I love to do is just, instantaneous mashups, because I'm not that DJ that's creating records or set playlists or say I'm going running through in an order and have a practice routine. I'm just at the moment with that next song, I might be a song or two ahead and know where I'm trying to get to. Sometimes I stay about the most I ever stay ahead is maybe 3 or 4 songs, but that's live and I'm thinking I'm putting them together. Sometimes it's right next to the next to the next because I'm trying to do quick mixing too, but doing mashups and blends, it's just what feels fly right now and what's going to sound good with the next one. But you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. But that new technology nowadays, these routines that the DJs are doing and the DMCs now are crazy. Like just the amount of ability to do what you need to do as a DJ and make your music presentation. It's so I love it and I embrace it. And my old back appreciates the fact that, you know what I mean? I still lug around my turntables and my mixer. I can't go to a controller until I got money, that big boy money for a Rev 7. That's the one that I want. I got to get that Rev 7, but that's motorized platters by Pioneer.
You missed that Black Friday sale.
Hey, look, that Black Friday was going to be that
Black Friday for real Black Friday.
Kids. That shit was all spent on kids, bro. Like, oh, it's Christmas time. I got twin 11-year-olds and they
oh yeah, you buy something like that, it's gonna be a real for sure Black Friday. But it was on sale. My buddy bought it.
How low did it get? How low was it? Because it's normally $2,000.
Did it get under 2?
Yeah, it was actually at $1,550.
15?
They took $450 off of it, man. Damn.
Yeah, my buddy bought it. He's a house DJ. And he was like, Juan, I really want a controller. And he was like, I'm looking at this Pioneer. And I was like, this is the one you want. I was like, Boogie talk about it all the time. So it's got to be the right one.
Dude, that's the shine. Dude, that controller, listen, that controller, because I've got like an older out front right now. So, I mean, there's things that I want to upgrade my laptop. I want to upgrade my mixer if I continue, to get more gigs and everything in real life. There's things that I want to do, but that controller is definitely the goal if like the in-person gigs continue to book up, because these turntables, man, and these cases, man, just man,
yeah,
man,
yeah. You
it's
need
a lot of carrying of shit.
Yeah, you need a whole roadie. But you know what I'm saying?
That's how I got into it, was because a teacher at school, man, he was teaching me how to do sound. We were talking about music. He was a DJ. He was a former teacher that taught broadcasting at Hughes High School when the Hughes High School had their radio station. He was the one that ran it and everything like that. He was a DJ and a sound guy, and he was my father figure. He took me under his wing, and like, he really was the one that taught me everything about music as far as DJing and mixing audio and actually doing sound and taking me out and all of that stuff and teaching me the sonic side of it, right? Which really like helped enrich my enjoyment of all of the music that much more. So shout out to him. And that shit, man, it's so
yeah, man. Ran 1, okay.
Rain 1.
So
the Rain 1 is that was the first. Well, not gonna say the first, because the Newmark NS6 or 7 was the first motorized platter controller that I remember. Then Rain 1 was the first one that came out that had motorized platters most recently, and it's still in production, right? So that has motorized platters. It's on the Rain platform. It hasn't incorporated. It's been out a couple years, probably at least since 2019, I believe, if I'm just guesstimating. It's a dope ass thing. I would love to have it too. It's $1,500 cheaper than the Pioneer, but the Pioneer is that new, and it's got more integration into the software, and you're able to get into the stems from it. So if I had to pick one, there's that one. But they make another one that's made by Hercules for the folks that's out there that's looking for a dope controller. You can take a look at the Hercules. I can't remember the actual what it's called right now the actual model number, but Hercules puts out a motorized platter one, and the difference is reason why it's only $7.99. It's either $6.99 or $7.99 normal. I don't know if they've got sales on it, but it's got belt drives in it. But they're the ones. These are the same belts that they use to put on like fighter jets. So the motors and the and the belts, they're not. There's some ridiculous material that they manufacture. It's part of their other company that Hercules manufactures. But there is an economical entry level motorized platter controller too that you can get out there too. But if I had to pick one right now, I would pick the Rev 7, the Pioneer Rev 7. That's the man. That's what I really want one of them bad.
Don't you love when gearheads get into their shit? It's so much
Woo!
so much gusto coming out. He was like, I'm in the belt drive.
I mean,
for those
he
listeners,
was giving it. Yeah, he was teaching a session. The belt drive, the Hercules. You know what shit he was going off.
Christmas is right around the corner. And
baby,
Boogie already let you know.
Shit.
Yeah, Boogie just let y'all know what he wants for Christmas. So he is accepting donations. He's accepting a donation directly of the Rev 7.
Right here. B-Boys Underground forever. Bless him with the set. He'll talk about it with so much vigor and gusto.
Nonstop.
Like anybody want to donate an NPC to me? Hey, I'm open as well.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care which one it is.
I'll take another one.
Yeah, I'll take something. Boogie won his controller. I want an NPC. Hey, we're taking donations.
You know what though? If I will prioritize the S11, the Pioneer S11 DJ mixer over the Rev 7 if someone's out there really on that. Because I want to upgrade my mixer for my turntables, and that's the gold standard of DJ mixers right now is, in my opinion, that's a bad boy, the S11. Yes.
The Hercules Impulse T7.
Impulse T7, that's the one. They just came out because I fucks with them because they actually make equipment that is reasonable, right? The only thing that's trash about them is that their faders aren't the best in it, but they came out on the day of launch. They had already partnered with InnoFader, and there's an actual drop-in that you can buy. So anybody that's actually wanting to do some cutting and scratching and mixing and have some pro-official feel faders, you want to, I think the upgrade for that T7 is like maybe 200, maybe between $100 to $200, and it's well worth it because I know the Magwell faders and like the Pioneers and everything, but this new mark that I have came with an InnoFader, and I will tell you, by far, it is the silkiest, smoothest fader that I've ever had a chance to deal with. I like it. It's a great fader, but I'm not a turntablist or a cutter.
It's an interchangeable fader.
Yeah, man. A lot of these mixers, all these mixers nowadays, that's the thing that's dope about them. They have
that used to be a big
interchangeable fader. Yeah, you were just stuck with that fader.
Yeah, and then people
fucking spraying WD-40. I remember Dibs doing that before the shows on B-Boys before he got his Vestex. He was spraying it nonstop WD-40 and
keep it smooth and
he had that damn the Gemini scratch mixer with the transformer switches on it.
Take them apart and get the component, replace it, and then it get gunked up and start slipping again. Yeah.
Boogie, I'll take your machine off your hands if you want to get a new one. I'll take
what's that?
His machine. Because you have the MK3, right?
Who, me?
Boogie, Fresh.
I was gonna say no.
Say what now? I ain't upgraded yet.
Yeah, because you have the MK3, right?
I got is it the 2? I think I got the 2.
Well, when you get a 3,
you want the 2.
Yeah, I'll take the 2 gladly. So when you get a 3 for Christmas in a couple weeks, by New Year's, I'll take the MK2 off your hands.
Man, I'm Charlie Brown. I got a rock. I ain't getting, I ain't getting nothing fly like
Oh shit.
that.
Hey,
Nah,
I'm just
man.
saying, hey, that's my bucket list for gear. I need the
I hear you.
machine, the
I
MK3.
love it. I love it. I love
Um,
it.
that's where I'm at.
And you want which MPC do you want?
The machine, the MK3, the drum.
Oh, so you don't want an MPC, you want the MK3. I got you.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, that's where it's at for me for making beats. I mean, I have the software, the native instrument software. I just don't have the pad to do it. I do it all digitally, but I want to learn how to do it on a pad.
Absolutely.
Eventually,
Word.
I'm going to get this baby back up and running.
What you got?
Let's see.
It's
You
rolling.
got the XP50.
Fully loaded
Nice.
too with some of the sound banks that Timberland used, a couple other producers. Still, I had to replace the battery. I guess it was sitting in storage for about a year or two. Replaced the battery, works like a champ. Got songs on there I forgot about.
That's dope.
Yes, made some really good music off of here. I mean, strictly
Hell
as a keyboard. Didn't do too many drums because I had my SP1200 for that. But now machine, I can kind of do all that, and with a MIDI keyboard, and I'm good. But I'll keep you in mind if I go to that MK3. Weezy.
Yeah. Let's talk about it because you can go to Sweetwater and get it for $4.99.
Yeah, I gotta look at you. I got a connect over there too. I got a Sweetwater connect.
Just that nice little
fucking with
insert
Foot
bat.
Hey, it's Sweetwater. If you're listening, hey, B-Boys
Holla
Underground
at
Forever.
us.
We're looking for sponsors. Get at us. We'll showcase your gear every week.
Nonstop. I'll put it in camera and frame if y'all want to start. Yeah, we can start
Yeah.
making sure we do some reviews. We do some
Yep.
giveaways. That goes
Yeah.
for any of the sound companies. And
Yeah,
the
whatever
DJ
you give us for
companies out
free, we
there.
will review. We will make a beat
Yes.
off of it. We will scratch on it. We will do whatever.
Look, we'll even do giveaways. Like we'll do giveaways. Look, if you want to do some giveaways, we can do some giveaways.
Yes.
We're open for
We
that.
will have undersized people and balloon animals walk across and show your product.
I don't know about all that, bro, because I don't know if I can pull that off.
I didn't want to say nothing politically incorrect, so that went south. But you get the gist.
We
Just
say
to leave it out
politically
there.
incorrect stuff on Mondays and Thursdays.
Yeah,
Right now, we
I'll
try to
fix
keep
that over there.
it buttoned up. So, but no, here's what I want to do before we get up off of here. I
Yeah.
want to take a moment and talk about our guest coming up next week. Next week, we have the one, the only Andrew Nast, who's going to be talking about a lot of very interesting things. So, Weez, talk a little bit more about Andrew Nast. Let them know what they can look forward to next week.
Andrew Nast is by far one of the best producers, engineers, soundmen in the industry. His discography speaks for itself. Like I said, it goes from simple Disney Lizzie McGuire to Sam Bowie to Britney Spears. It's this guy knows his stuff. You want a hit, he will make you a hit. You want to make it to the next level, he will get you to the next level. Outside of that, Mr. Nast himself has developed a software and app that he's going to release and launch directly on us. So if you are a musician, if you are a producer, if you are a podcaster, if you are anything in the music industry, and you are looking to monetize what you do, this is an episode you do not want to miss.
Word.
Indeed.
And with that being said, I think we did it. Another successful, dope B-Boys Underground episode number 9. Be on the lookout for
Hip-hop,
episode.
hooray!
That's right. Be on the lookout for episode 10 next week. We will be doing this at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific. B-Boys Underground Forever, episode number 10. The one, the only, Andrew Nash. Gentlemen, let's get into some shout outs, man.
Let's do it.
G-Fresh shout outs.
Shout out to all my loved ones, family. Love y'all. Thank you for supporting all our new followers, regular followers. Shout out to Repeat, Brother IQ checking in. All the usual suspects and everybody on the Discord and the Twitch and the YouTube. And another rest in peace to my brother, the Third Finger Record Pool, one of the best, DJ PT Code. Shout out to the loved ones. You will truly be missed, my brother.
Absolutely. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Salute to him. And then Big Weeze.
So, shout out to my wife for putting up with me. I know I'm a handful, but she deals with it. And then shout out to MaleMan. Fresh brought him up earlier. I just need you to put the muscles and the tight pants away, bro. And we good. Shout out to everybody who tuned into this episode. Shout out to MaleMan, definitely an inspiration to the community, to Colorado. Tap in with him. He definitely is someone you want to be in contact with. Follow him on his socials. Like he said, email him. He is easy to get a hold of. He is very responsive, very knowledgeable, and it can help guide your career. Get in touch with MaleMan. That's all I got for you guys tonight.
Hell yeah, man. So, yo, again, repeat what they said. Shout out to MaleMan. Much love to you. Shout out to 104.7 The Drop, KUVO, FM, Denver. Make sure you get down. They have an app. Make sure you hit all his socials. Shout out to you, MaleMan, on the rewatch. I hope you're doing well. I salute to you. I'm looking forward to connecting, and you just really are a positive force in the community. So much love to you, my friend. I want to say thank you to each and every single one of y'all that tuned in tonight live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, and then even you guys that's watching it on the replay. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to episode number 10. But once again, much love, salute. We are B-Boys Underground. We doing this shit forever. Ever.
Rollo.
Yeah.